This is the Animation Conversation NogMaximus Holiday Special. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Bryan the Baltimorean. Hello, new hairstyle. Don't you like the missing hair? Joined alongside the Buckethead himself.
Woo! I wish I had enough time to get a Santa hat and probably Christmas backgrounds next year.
Is that
not? I was thinking about the same thing last year.
Is that not a Santa hat?
I mean, yeah, Santa wears bucket. It's a new style. Santa wears bucket hats now.
Fair. We're also joined, of course, alongside two people. First, we've got A-Jet, of course, returning to the pod. Hello, sir.
Featuring my cat Izzy.
We can't see we can't see you at all.
We can't see you, and they can't see you.
But
gotcha. We believe in you.
Rest assured, his cat is in the background.
Yes. Yeah. And we're also joined by Lana, who has observed all three tunes that we'll be talking about.
Yep, and I also can't see y'all neither.
And we can't see you. Turn your camera on and turn the brightness on max. And just turn on the magnify.
Oh, okay. Neutron Star. I'll put it right on it.
All right. Now, before we begin, of course, we're sponsored by Prime
Is
Video.
that like the flapjack telephone?
Of course, we're sponsored by Prime Video, so of course, make sure to Mark. You had our inside Prime Video stocking stuffer. So tell us.
Right, you can't say we're sponsored by. You can get in legal trouble for that if you say you're sponsored and we're not actually sponsored.
What are you talking about, Mark? You have the stocking stuffer insider. What is the stocking stuffer of the season for people to get for their?
Bryan's athemocracy is sponsored by the gay bar that's down the street.
Again?
Again? Whoa! Why am I getting fucking lobbed? Can I just get the respect of the Nog Cam? That's all I need. Just you guys going and throwing lobs here. Anyway.
It's not eggnog in there, kids.
I'll tell you what, in this year of not being consumeristic and, in a time where the economy's doing amazingly well, apparently by some people's claims, make sure, to give yourself something nice, but make sure to do it on a budget so that you're not giving in to your consumeristic tendencies. That's my CartoonChat soapbox as we get into the discussion, But yeah, Mark, how's your holiday season?
It's fine. I got the tree lights up. And that's about it. I think I might visit my sisters. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
That's it. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. I think we should get into some tunes. I think that's why the audience came here. Of course. Let me give you guys the collection of stuff.
That's why.
Yeah, they didn't come here for us. I just want to let you know they didn't show up for us.
I didn't.
Our layout today, it's simple and easy. Mark, you chose the Simpsons. You went with the very early, what wasn't originally going to be the debut episode, but the debut episode of The Simpsons, Roasting on an Open Fire. Austin gave us a classic from the 90s, Hey Arnold, Arnold's Christmas. And I went with the 2000s, Yin Yang Yo season, Jesus Christ, Yin Yang Yo. There's a G there that shouldn't be. If you know spelling words, you're gonna beat me. Seasons beatings. But yeah, Mark, usually, this has been fun. This is the second annual NogMaximus. We've been desperately trying to get a few more people involved, and I'm glad this year we've got, obviously, Austin here, A-Jet, we've got, obviously, Lana here. Next year, Lana will actually, submit a cartoon of one of the 4 cartoons she probably watched in her life, since apparently it's very hard to track down what she's watched in the animated realm. But, yeah, we'll have a good collection. Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, all right, let's get into, obviously, our first selection. We're going to take a quick break, and on the other side, Simpsons.
Woohoo!
The hidden video is totally preempted tonight, but stay tuned for the Bart Simpson Christmas special. I mean, the Simpsons Christmas special, sorry.
Imagine a world beneath the sea with an enchanted McDonald's of pure fantasy, where the Little Mermaid's friend Sebastian and Flounder the fish come to life to grant your holiday wish.
Buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates and get a free plush ornament, either Flounder
That's me.
or Sebastian.
I always knew I'd be famous.
From the all-new Disney animated feature, The Little Mermaid, now in theaters everywhere.
So come to McDonald's, hurry along, like a true fantasy. It's here then, score! Your holiday place, McDonald's.
Tonight, celebrate the holidays with The Simpsons.
Jingle bells, Batman smells.
They're America's funniest new family.
I hope you feel better, Santa.
Oh, I will when Mrs. Claus's sisters get out of town.
The Simpsons Christmas Special. Then,
Please, somebody shoot me.
no wonder Al Bundy's life is so miserable. Look who he's got for a guardian angel. Sam Kinison guest stars on a 1-hour Married with Children right after The Simpsons tonight on Fox.
I'm just gonna be known as a server farm guy. They're gonna be like, hey, can we use your server farm to farm our servers?
It's like, no! It's only for the K9 Biscuits broadcast studio, which we are in. Welcome back to NogMaximus, the holiday special. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get into, obviously, into our first discussion.
Yeah, I should have chose that one.
And that is,
no, you should have chose that one. Fuck your, you should have chose that one.
What? The Fairly Odd Parents?
Yeah.
We're pretty close to Fairly Odd Parents. We've got to knock off Fairly Odd Parents in this set of cartoons, alright? So we don't have to worry about Fairly Odd Parents right now. Mark, there's so many things that you immediately think about. What'd you say, Austin?
Yin Yang Yo was a Fairly Odd Parents knockoff?
We'll talk about that when we get there. There's so many things, though, when you talk about The Simpsons, obviously. You can think about the intro, think about the cast, the setting. You might have a favorite episode of your own. Theme song, or even just literally the shh at the end of the credits there. There's so many things that nostalgically, obviously, you think of Simpsons, pulls you in. Let's go round table, Austin. What kind of, when you think about Simpsons, what draws you in, or what immediately calls to you?
Flanders.
Flanders.
That is just like a man. That is a man to aspire to be. I just think of a lot of the specifically the moment that I think of probably is his one crash out, because it just shows you that everybody everyone has at least one bad day, and not everybody can always keep it together, and that is healthy.
Yes, absolutely, I'm with you on that. Lana.
You said what draws me in?
Yeah, what's when you think about Simpsons? What did you grow up with it? Any nostalgia for it?
No, not really.
Damn.
Nothing. I don't watch it. So nothing really draws me in.
And you never watched it back in the day or anything?
No, not really.
Well,
so? Wait, have you really seen a few Simpsons episodes besides the ones I show you? 'Cause I know we both watched Barf's Birthday.
Yeah. I've seen a few in passing.
I know you've seen the movie too. I remember we talked about the movie.
If I'm flipping through the channels, and then back when TV was big, I'm flipping through the channels and I see it on, I wouldn't mind watching it, but I don't search for it.
And you also seen the movie too, right?
Yeah, and I seen the movie.
Did you see it in theaters or at home?
At home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think personally, I think Simpsons is and was a big deal. It wasn't the biggest thing, again, because if you're a kid and you're growing up in the 2000s, there's too many other things that are pulling your attention than The Simpsons. Again, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network. But I will say, for the period where I didn't have cable, that I believe, if I'm getting this right, at 6 o'clock and 6:30, I believe it was Simpsons and Family Guy on the CW, and you would catch that. And that was where, okay, if you were looking for any animation on regular TV, that was it. Good luck in any other instance. That was your dance with animation. So, I had a connection with The Simpsons in that way, where, every other weekday, you basically, if I was there for that time, you would catch The Simpsons. And then I had Simpsons Road Rage as a kid. So, again, I knew these characters just through video gaming. But, yeah, and the movie, of course. But, yeah, I didn't grow up to the point of watching it season by season on purpose. I was basically watching the reruns, and I enjoyed them.
Syndication.
Bingo.
Yeah. For me, it was Futurama. That's when I feel like he started cooking.
Oh yeah, he didn't cook with Simpsons, Mark.
No, I see. Don't.
I'm not.
Not what I'm saying.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was an unnecessary little jab. That was so unnecessary. Yeah.
For me personally, Futurama was much more. I sought out Futurama. Like I had to watch every single episode.
I mean, well, that's pretty fair because they found like the Simpsons was good, but they found like a lot more footing with the with a workplace comedy with the early seasons of Futurama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Comedy Central seasons are good, but like they not as good as the Fox seasons.
Futurama is definitely one of those shows that dealt with the whole like back by popular harassment.
Yes, but Simpsons.
Me and my roommates agree that like post Comedy Central Futurama is where like the decline started to begin. Like there is some like hits every now and again, but this new Hulu run was just kind of mid in my opinion.
It's fine. There's some like better. There's some episodes better than others. It's hit and miss for me. Same thing with like same thing with every like modern adult show that's running right now, with the exception of Beavis and Butthead. That's still A1. But like
yeah.
And Bob's Burgers.
And Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty is still great, in my opinion.
Yeah, before I pass it over to Mark to give a little detail for himself on Simpsons, I will say the one variable with Futurama is like it almost came in very clutch because as Simpsons, not to say it was fading, but by the 2000s, it's like it was already extremely well known and very much for most people, the 90s was the peak. The 90s run of Simpsons is the peak. So when you talk about the 2000s, Futurama coming in like again clutch with what it brought to the table was like A1 state. It was like hit after hit, basically. It's like, all right, this is fading, but here's a new one, and it's kicking ass, basically. Like to pick up the pieces where you may not find Simpsons that interesting, but you will find Futurama super enjoyable. You know?
Yeah. So I wasn't always into Simpsons like back in the day. I was like Adult Swim is my biological parent. It raised me. So like anything that appear on Adult Swim, I would watch a lot. So I was exposed to Futurama before I was exposed to Simpsons, and more so of it, and especially Family Guy. Like Family Guy is like a more like a fast paced like dumb type of humor that like really like fit for me as a little kid, and so like and whenever because I never really caught the Simpsons because it wasn't on Adult Swim, so I never really went to Fox for anything.
Watching home movies lately.
But like I would catch Simpsons on a CW at times in the afternoon, and I watched some episodes as a kid, and they wouldn't stick with me. I was like, oh, it's not as funny and dumb as Family Guy. Because I remember you showed me. I haven't been watching Simpsons when you showed me and Kevin the movie back in the day at my old house.
Yeah, that was like that was so long ago. That was ancient history.
Oh yeah, but I thought that movie was funny though.
Yeah.
I didn't try.
The movie was perfect.
I think like.
Wait, what'd you say, Austin?
I said that the Simpsons movie was perfect.
It was good.
We will eventually do again. We will definitely do a cartoon.
Oh, and timing for like the fucking
the movie comes out in
Bryan 2027, which is gonna be around the corner. Trust us. But like the fucking I didn't really get into Simpsons until like as recently, I guess, as 2016 or 20 or 17, because like I thought like okay, let me try I think I was listening to a couple podcasts that mentioned Simpsons, and I was like, let me try like watching some of these acclaimed episodes of Simpsons, and I like they really stuck with me. I liked them. It's like then I just watch more and more Simpsons like most of those weeks, and now I've watched like a vast majority of a lot of Simpsons content. I absorbed a lot of Simpsons knowledge, a lot of Simpsons like I just know a bunch of Simpsons shit now.
You're like the biggest Simpsons fan I know.
Yeah, when I get into something, it's just like okay, I go far with it. Because I remember like my friend years ago, I told you he got me into Sonic, and then it was like less than a year later, just a couple months later, I had more Sonic knowledge than he ever had. I remember like we were like looking at a YouTube video of like unlocked characters in Sonic the Secret Rings, and it's like oh shit, it's Silver and Blaze, and he looked at me like, how do you know those characters?
The Padawan has outpaced the Master.
I'm more like your friend. Like my favorite superhero of all time is Spider-Man, and I don't go out of my way to know every little thing about the Spider-Man multiverse.
Let me tell you something. but yeah, I like a big Simpsons fan now, and like um the modern I love the classic seasons. The modern seasons, again, hit and miss. Modern Simpsons is not too terrible. That like they're I think around the 20s the 20s season, there's a lot more miss than hit. But like
20,
as of
what year was that? That'd be like 2000s ish.
Somewhere around there.
Okay.
Because keep in mind the Simpsons movie was on season 8. Simpsons was on season 18 when the Simpsons movie came out.
Okay.
And like I think season 20 is like when it was either season 19 or season 20 when they first switched to HD. When they like switched to widescreen,
like,
and they changed the intro.
It's never been like there's never been a straight up like awful episode or anything like that. Like it just
there has been
okay
straight up awful episodes
like
of The Simpsons. Trust and believe.
Like being like below average.
Oh no, Simpsons. There's straight up been awful Simpsons episodes. But like recently there's been like more like decent to like very good Simpsons episodes like this modern season. It's still a very comforting show, and also like in terms of brand.
So he claims.
Since you don't watch it. But like in terms of brand, like Simpsons was dying down, but like it still has a IP relevance. People know what it is, and therefore like a lot of things of it still can sell. And when the Simpsons already dying down when the movie was coming out, but like they did like a whole Simpsons Mania campaign where it's like they had the amusement park getting ready. They had the Simpsons coming to Burger King. They were like everywhere when that movie was coming out. I wasn't in the Simpsons around that time, but I remember the advertisements. You couldn't get away from the Simpsons around that time. And I hope they do the same thing again. But like as of recently, like Simpsons Fortnite was pretty big. It got me back into Fortnite, but also like it got like people who don't usually play Fortnite. It got because like it got them to play because they're nostalgic for the Simpsons. They're nostalgic for Simpsons video games. It's like I played the Fortnite. The Springfield map in Fortnite, it was like it was pretty interesting. It's pretty much like a modern version of Simpsons Hit and Run.
That they don't remaster.
Yeah, yeah, they need to remaster a lot of licensed games. Period.
Disney's just sitting on.
They need to make more like Simpsons because like EA, because just like your problem with Star Wars, EA had a Simpsons license for like what almost 10 years.
They still do. No, they don't anymore. They don't anymore.
Because it was for Simpsons Tapped Out.
Okay.
That one mobile game, and Simpsons could not be used for any video games except for that specific mobile game. Simpsons Tapped Out, and I think it ended like either last year or the year before. And finally, Simpsons is the Simpsons IP for video games can be used to other things again.
Well, we'll see in the next. Again, we saw Fortnite, so let's keep it rolling. Mark,
I love the Simpsons.
Yeah. As again, you are the super Simpsons fan, so. I'm glad you made this choice because we were able to lean a little more into The Simpsons. I'm going to do a little stat padding here just to give everyone an understanding as we zoom into the specific episode we're talking about. Of course, this was created by Matt Groening. Groening? How do you pronounce that, Mark?
I think like one of his like people he worked with said like his name you have to say Matt Groening because it rhymes with complaining. So Matt Groening.
Okay, that's good. So one of the cool things about season 1, because that's where, of course, we're going to be zooming in on, is that the core writers in season 1, most of them, I think everyone but one writer, stayed on for 4 straight seasons, or at least they weren't on every episode. But like that's where you get that cohesiveness for the first 4 seasons, because again, that core writing team was consistent and stayed on again for those first 4 seasons, which is incredible to think about. Voice cast, obviously, Mark, you can tell me if I screw this up. Dan Castelletta?
Dan Castaneda.
Thank you. See, that's why you're here.
He did the, because, he also did the voice for Genie when Robert Williams couldn't show up for, like, the Aladdin 2 and the show.
Gotcha. Huh.
And he did like all the voice lines for Aladdin 3, but like then Robin Williams was like, okay, I forgive you guys, and he just like came back for Aladdin 3 anyway.
I'm gonna be honest, Mark. You keep reminding me Aladdin 3 fucking exists.
It's better than the remake.
Aladdin 3 exists.
Fuck Aladdin 3. I didn't even know Aladdin 2 exists.
Aladdin 2 is like it's what started the direct to video phase.
That started.
Well, the direct-to-video sequel phase. I think Tiny Toons Adventures, How I Spent My Summer Vacation started the original direct-to-video phase in general. I think that was the first original direct-to-video.
That was the original, but in terms of the Disney stuff.
In terms of the sequel stuff, yes. That started it.
And there were no mistakes ever in that whole set. My God, Eisner was on one. All the fucking mistakes.
Hey, all of those direct sequels are good.
Fucking Mulan.
I keep no joke. I do hear a lot of good things about Cinderella 3. But I do hear bad things about Cinderella 2.
Fucking Pocahontas.
I don't think I'm gonna go there.
Pocahontas 2. Fucking nightmare. Holy shit.
What are you about to say, Austin?
Cinderella 2 is like one of my personal favorite stories because like it is the perfect filler arc. If you think about it.
I haven't.
I heard Cinderella 3. I heard deals with like fucking time travel, and I'm like, I'm curious how that fucking works.
Fuck yeah! Holy shit!
Yeah, because like it's literally just like Cinderella 2 is just like a retelling, like not even a retelling, just a bunch of like stories from the mouse's perspective and like stuff that has happened amongst the castle since Cinderella has become princess or whatever she was, and like I have completely like encapsulated myself or like grew myself out of the baker and the stepsister storyline. That shit is like, that's a fucking dream.
Alright, well, this is the most you'll ever hear talk about Cinderella 2 on it.
I have no idea.
Oh.
Wait,
it's nothing.
For right now, I mean, like, you're hooking me. You're selling me. I'm telling you, you're selling me on this, like, deep, I had to do a deep dive. Holy shit. Holy fuck.
Yeah, like, it's like, it's nothing to write home about. It's nothing like, groundbreaker or anything like that. It's just a filler arc, and that's what filler arcs are.
Right.
That's a lot. That describes a lot of Disney direct-to-video sequels.
Yeah. That definitely. Yeah, some of them aren't just filler; they're fucking insulting.
It's the best. Where are they now? Since Titanic, the journey lives on.
What a drop!
Simpsons.
You should know, so I'm gonna let it go. Don't sweat.
Anyway, back to Simpsons.
Back to Simpsons. Julie Kavner as Marge. Of course, again, all of these core actors.
She's a good voice.
We're not going into the old. We're just sticking to we're in 1989 right now, Mark. We're in 1989. Julie Kavner is Marge.
Homer. I'm modern Marge. Homer.
Holy shit. Nancy Cartwright as Bart, Yardley Smith as Lisa, and then Harry Shearer as a handful of people. Again, everyone in the voice cast does a handful of roles, if not even more so. Because again, that's just how it rolled. This debuted December 17th, 1989. It's the series and the special that we'll be talking about. Again, this was during the rise of the Fox Television Network, not part of Fox News anymore, but back then, they were ever rising. And again, season one is the shortest season of The Simpsons. So, Mark, before we actually get into roasting on an open fire, I will say I did some research and just rewatched a couple of episodes of season 1. I didn't realize how starkly different, because again, the last time I watched season 1 was a while back.
I was wondering if you're going to get into the history of this.
Yeah.
You got it, or you want me to?
Go ahead. Yeah, Mark, take it away. Okay. Fucking Simpsons fan. Motherfucker, take the shit away. What the
fuck? So production is starting on a skit show called The Tracy Ullman Show. And James Brooks is looking for animated segments to do it, to go in between the sketches of the show. And so he got one, I think, called The Psychiatrist, and another one he wanted a cartoons of this popular modernly popular indie comic called Life in Hell. And so he talked to the creator of that comic, Matt Groening, hey, do you want to make animated skits of Life in Hell in between the Tracy Ullman Show? And he just Matt Groening didn't want to give away his IP to his network, because also his comics already has some other success. So he was like, okay, I'll give you something different. So he made them The Simpsons, and they were one of the most popular sketches in that Tracy Ullman in the Tracy Ullman Show in general. And it's just these short 2 to 3 minute skits of the Simpsons. they're not re-upload on Disney Plus or anything because a lot of them haven't aged well. Like Homer is like telling Bart to like jump off a table for trust exercise. Maggie is like putting forks inside like
electrical
wire. Oh, you've seen these?
Yeah.
And she felt
I haven't seen all of them, but
she falls down the stairs and she's just invincible. They're also very weird and they if you watch the earlier ones, they're drawn weird. But they like find their designs like by season 2 or season 3 of Tracy Ullman.
Wasn't Klasky Csupo doing the original season?
Yes, I haven't gotten to them yet. But like I think it was the main, I forgot the animators who were on the Tracy Ullman show, but they were like the original team, and
you're not talking Klasky Csupo, right?
Klasky Csupo didn't work on it. They weren't in the equation yet,
right?
Until the show started, until they wanted to get a show off of the ground with it, because like by season 2 of Tracy Ullman, the psychiatrist cartoon, that wasn't as popular, so they
completely dropped
it. Yeah, they dropped it. They just kept up with the Simpsons. And it was like one of the colorists of those like animated shorts. Actually no, Klasky Csupo probably did some work on those. I think they did some work on the Tracy Ullman shows, because like one of the colorists from Klasky Csupo, they're the ones that decided to like have Simpsons be yellow, because it's a color you don't see on TV often around that time.
Interesting.
And so it will catch people's attention.
Right.
And because like Klasky Csupo came into the equation because they were working on a lot of like commercials and stuff around that time, and it was their and they got them to work on the show when that came out, and trying to remember what else. So here we are with the Simpsons roasting on an open fire. Yeah. This was like meant to be episode like
4 or 5, right?
4 or 5 of the show, and it originally had a release date. The Simpsons was meant to premiere in like September of '89, but like the original first episode was called Some Enchanted Evening, and the animation, when they got back the original animation from that, I think that was from Klasky Csupo. They hated it. They hated it, and like they wanted it to be redone, and so they delayed that episode. So it was like, instead they're just gonna start with the Christmas episode, which is like actually a more interesting start to a series, because like the world's kind of fully realized. You still get introduced to a lot of elements, and a seasonal special can be very popular. But
if you research, this accidentally happened to More Oral as well.
You said that accidentally? I didn't know that. Holy shit. More Oral as well.
Yeah, More Oral technically premiered on the Christmas special.
I know. What was I think
which was actually the season finale.
It's much smarter, I think, to do these things where you launch them at these high points of time, like Christmas. I know, was it Family Guy or American Dad that arrived after a Super Bowl? Like, it's like you get these ratings bumps. You're getting the most attention possible. Families there, or people are watching in general. They're mass audiences around each other. Like, perfect window.
Yeah, like The Office. Stress Relief was their most watched episode because it came on directly after the Super Bowl.
Ah, okay. The more you know.
Back to Simpsons.
Oh yeah, back. But like
Mark and back on NogMaximus.
I was trying to remember where was that.
You were talking about the scrapped episode, because they scrapped it. They
scrapped the animation of the first episode, and like the animation wasn't really bad, but it's just very it's actually like good animation. I wish like shows like today were animated like the way that that cut animation was, but it's not like the Simpsons we know, and it's not animated anything like they were animating the Tracy Ullman shorts either. It's just like it's very
Rugrats Klasky Csupo was very like flowy and loose.
This is more flowy. I think like even Rugrats takes some like animation influence from like their previous work, The Simpsons.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like pre-Rugrats Klasky Csupo was a lot more flowy.
Yeah, but like this was like the cut animation It's just like it's very. I'll show you after like we're done with these podcasts, but like yeah, it's
Like,
very
there's that
flowy. But
one
like they
scene with
hated
the
it.
babysitter, and like she's telling Bart that he has to do something, and like that animation sequence is a very standout one that I see people talk about a lot.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't taken out. That was still in the episode. There's a whole cut like a couple of deleted scenes that had to be reanimated into the style of like the Tracy Ullman shorts. And like there's a fun commentary with those deleted scenes too, because it's just about the writers of the show just like being extremely uncomfortable with the animation. They're just like groaning the whole time, like, oh god, look at this anime. I never like a lot of them like I've never seen the whole thing. If we left this in our show, it would never got picked up. This is awful. And by the end of the deleted scenes, one of them just walked out.
Jeez.
And then like Matt Groening was like, wow, Joe just walked out. I guess this is the first walkout in commentary history, I guess.
Damn.
They were just fed up with it.
Incredible.
But yeah, I think there's a weird relationship with the animators and the writers, because keep in mind the writers either come from a live action background or they're just new to a lot of things in general, so they don't know how animation works. So they had a rocky history with Klasky Csupo, where if there's something they want changed, Klasky Csupo has to pay for it.
Jesus.
And they'll make some changes last minute too, which is like, not like a live action show where if you make changes you can just like re-record with actors and stuff. They would ask animators to like, just reanimate a scene, just redo a scene. And even later they had to make rules where it's like, okay, if it's this late in the game, you can't change shit. Because even when they by season 4, when they switched to film Roman, like after Klasky Csupo like did the first 3 seasons, they had those rules in place. Like, okay, you cannot change shit this late. Like
don't try it again, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they did good work because they kept Klasky Csupo. I noticed like they were getting better and better by their last seasons.
Season they were focused on Simpsons.
Yeah, it was like 3. An episode they animated Camp Krusty that had some really good animation. But yeah,
shit was dark.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Camp Krusty?
Fucking Krusty. Is that the one that? Is it the dark episode? No,
it's not a dark episode. No.
Not the dark episode. I'm thinking of a different episode.
No, that's when the kids go to camp. And like it turns out it's like a sleazy camp.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the
camp
that's not sleazy at all. The one that's like almost like concentration level.
Is that a modern episode?
No.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah,
it's far back too. I can't tell you. Anyway, let's keep it rolling.
I probably remember if you like did more to jog my memory. But like, back to roasting on open fire.
Is that like when you mentioned Nancy Cartwright, it reminded me that I almost picked Rhapsody Street Kids as my selection.
Yo.
Oh no! I'm not gonna force Lana to watch that because she's gonna walk out.
Whoa.
Like, that movie is 100% ass, but I fucking loved it.
If we have to watch that together.
That would be a group project.
And no, Lana's not going to survive Rhapsody Street Kids. She's either going to fall asleep or walk out.
You got to hold her like the robot chicken, basically. That's the only way this works.
Lana, look up Rhapsody Street Kids and watch the whole thing.
Crazy. Mark,
wait, Lana, you there?
Pause.
Austin mentioned Rhapsody Street Kids, and I'm like, that's like an awful Christmas special. I don't think I can force you to watch that because either one of two things. You're going to fall asleep or you're going to walk out.
Oh, I'm
It was the one that I almost picked. Like, it was the one that I almost picked as, like, a joke because, like, it is 100% ass, but, like, it's one of those so bad that it's good.
It's one of those, you got to do it. You got to put next year, push the fucking down. Do it. Do it.
Like,
look up Rhapsody Street Kids and watch on your own time. Like right now.
Double toasted review of the Rhapsody Street Kids film like year round. I fucking love that movie.
Cold. You guys both talked about, you guys both discussed just now of the early development getting into sort of the animation techniques. One of the things that, again, I found interesting about season 1 is how, like, it's like, if Bob Burgers were made in the same window as The Simpsons, people would say that's too close to The Simpsons. But because The Simpsons has diverged so much from itself, like, it's like season 1 Simpsons is very much like, I felt a lot of Bob's Burgers. I should say the reverse here, where again it's just a great family cartoon. You've got little moments here and there that are just relatable and fun, and Homer's not just a dipshit, and like, and not like dumb, like even in the '90s dumb, but like he's just a father. Like
he's not really his stupidity doesn't come into like late season 1, like early like season 2, and he's not even he doesn't like he gets stupider by the seasons, but comically stupider in a fun way.
In a fun way,
and he's like less of a and he's like not much of a jerk. He's more of an angry dad. He's very like his personality in the early season and the Tracy Ullman stuff is very like Fred Flintstones-esque.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Is that like, whereas the earlier seasons, Homer was modeled after Fred Flintstone, the later seasons, it feels like even they were starting to steal a little bit from Family Guy. Like, The Simpsons is the reason that the term Flanderize was created, because it was like a play on like how much Ned Flanders' character and like a lot of the characters just kind of diverged from their initial character trait and like mainly focused on the thing that made them funny. Like, so they're gonna say the catchphrases, the high diddly hose. There's no really like, there's no longer substance to who that character is because we're like just doing the popular shit for that character.
Right. Yeah. Like again, like I think there's 2 episodes of just wanted to shout out, like Moaning Lisa is like, it's a great episode because they not only does like, there's a moment in that episode where like Homer comes in and you can just imagine any later season Simpsons episode or any other family comedy that does this makes a joke out of it, but Lisa's like glum. She's not feeling well. She's really down because the world sucks, and just being in the world in this situation, and she's just glum about it. And like Homer comes in, but he's just trying to hear her out. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna make this a fart joke like Meg or whatever. Or I'm not gonna make this like a really like funny shtick thing. It's just he's respecting her peace and her time, and he's like, man, play to your heart's content. Play as loud as you want to play, basically. Like, do you in that moment. And it's a beautiful moment. In the same episode, Bart and Homer, they're just playing video games with each other. And it's like, they make that as an analogy for, obviously, Bart basically becoming a generationally stronger person as Homer ages. But I like these little moments. Like, it's so, like, just, again, simple, relatable, that, you think about just, again, as Simpsons continue, you move on from that. But it's beautiful to see in these early episodes.
It will get some it will reach some of those same heights like here and there in some of the later seasons between like season like I would say like 2 and 10.
Oh yeah, that's not down. By the way, it's not downplaying those seasons either, because those are excellent. But I just love what I saw from what I got.
A good credit to like a lot of the good like heart writing is James L. Brooks.
Oh, okay.
He's like he is good at writing a lot of heart to the show.
Yeah, I thought,
like there's the entirety of like the episode of like Homer, like why he works at the power plant for the rest of his life and like why he's stuck there.
Right.
And is that one of the earlier episodes?
Was that what episode? Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't know if
I can't tell you the names of Simpsons episodes.
It's all good. Yeah,
I know. I'm asking if it's an earlier season or a modern season. That's all I'm asking.
Like it's definitely the earlier season. It's okay. Like the you've probably seen the image where it's like Homer took all of
it was Maggie's first words.
Put them up in the office, and it says "Do it for her."
That the episode's called Maggie's first words.
Yeah,
man.
Maggie's first word, but yeah, do it for her. I remember.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I thought.
But yeah, there's a lot of good episodes. There was like a good modern episode where it focused on like Bart as a kid and like him like getting taken by like special needs, and that was from like. That episode was from like a couple weeks ago.
Okay. All right. Good.
Again, special needs or CPS?
What'd you say?
Special needs or CPS?
Probably CPS. I'm gonna presume it's CPS.
Like, no, it wasn't Child Protective Services. He was going away to like.
Like you're getting abused. Like
it wasn't like
abused as a child.
It wasn't about abuse. Because it wasn't Child Protective Services. It was like I think he was getting taken to like a special needs boarding school or something like that.
Mm.
Like
a reform school.
Yeah,
one of those things. Yeah,
but it was a very heartfelt episode. I liked it.
Mark, as much as you know what, I wish you could sell me on New Simpsons. You do every.
There is one episode I want you to watch that recently that like because like they do a lot of movie references.
Yeah.
And there was like one, because I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna show you when we have the time. But like there's one where like a movie references come in like in the middle of the episode. I'm like, oh my god, they're doing this.
That's awesome. I will say their Simpsons season finale episode, series finale, like that was great.
The fake season finale.
Fake season finale. That was great.
Bart's birthday is what it's called.
Gotcha. That's such a good episode. I mean that they still
the way that I like. This is how I consume the Simpsons essentially. So like, to break it off, like my roommate is watching King of the Hill for the first time in its entirety. Yeah, right. So like, the thing is, like, and like my other roommate, like she is really into like Bob's Burgers, and like they're both into Always Sunny. But like those have always been shows where like I can acknowledge that they are good shows, but I don't need to watch them in their entirety to understand that because they've been on for so long. Yep. Like I have a couple of favorite episodes of Always Sunny. Of course, like like out of like the 3 Fox dad cartoons, like King of the Hill is my all-time favorite. But like I can tell you with certainty, like I have not watched every single episode of King of the Hill.
No,
and that's just because like when you have basic cable, you just watch whatever's on. But like that doesn't like I don't need to like see the entirety of the show to know that it's good, and there are definitely some hits and misses in King of the Hill.
There is no show that started in the 90s that's currently running right now that I've watched every episode of.
Mm. Yeah. Wait. Oh my god, that'd be too tough to even try. Yeah. Like, like that's tough. Even if you hypothetically wanted to do that.
And I say that as somebody that is trying to catch up on One Piece.
Good luck. Everyone give him all the.
I'm practically halfway there. I got through like the half of the first episode. So.
All right, let's get into.
I haven't even hit the time skip arc yet.
Yeah, let's get into roasting.
Still with us, Lana?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're gonna keep checking now.
Yep. We got to double, triple, analyze, reverse analyze, double check. Yeah, Simpsons roasting on an open fire. I gave you guys the obviously series launch day. That's when this came out, obviously. Mark, take us through roasting on an open fire here.
Oh, you get the I guess for the first time people are hearing the new Simpsons jingle, and it's like a short version, like do 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 do, and
through the clouds, the iconic Through the Clouds, of course.
And like the Simpsons are setting up for Christmas, and yeah, Homer's just kind of like he's a mean father. He's like March, and it's like what? And like I'm just excited for Christmas. That's all.
Yeah, I think the whole lead up toward that school presentation thing where they're driving and they get to the school presentation thing, that whole thing is just relatable if you have any younger kids or you just were in one at any given point. Yeah, just super relatable moment, or just you just got to do the play. You got to.
I don't. So I'm the younger sibling.
You never had to do one of those school plays where
I never participated in that shit.
Never participate. You weren't forced to participate. You weren't.
I don't think I remember being forced to in my school.
You had to drag you up.
And assemblies and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the assembly ones.
Oh, well, I never had to go. Well, I don't have any younger siblings, or I never was around any younger relatives, so I never had to go to these for anybody else.
I see.
I know you have a younger sister, so.
Yeah, but you didn't have to get involved in that. Like you didn't have to do any of them yourself.
I remember. I remember being forced to be on the stage. But I don't remember any of these.
You weren't like the tree in one of those.
Oh, I was never in any play. I was never in any play.
Holy shit!
At school.
I was in
I don't even remember my school had. Probably did, but I never went to them. I don't know if any of my schools had.
Never in a play, but I definitely sang a lot.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's all that matters. I mean, did you ever have to get the spotlight literally put on you on one of those?
No.
Oh, okay. That's a little. I haven't either. I'm just curious. Like, that's where anxiety.
Like I was, man. Like, for obvious reasons, I was Santa Claus in like one Christmas pageant, and like, yeah.
Hey, Lana, are you about to say something?
No, I said it already. I said I was in a few.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A few plays, few Christmas songs.
Can you play some of the clips? Can you roll some of the clips right now?
Hell no.
Go ahead and zoom in and enhance.
Yeah.
4K up res.
All right, and here's some clips of Lana's school play memories.
AI upscaling. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that was cool. Go ahead.
It's I think it was probably wasn't Matt Groening, but I know when the writers said like their ideal ending for The Simpsons is for them to like go into the episode the true last episode of the show would end with them going to a play, so the show can like have a perfect loop.
Ooh, oh my god! You got to do that.
They said that years ago.
You got to do that before the voices get to like continue to keep getting old. But you got to do that. That's a plus.
I don't know what what they're gonna do in the future in general with these voices, because like I forgot to mention that when we were talking about. Did we ever talk about the news of the new movie coming out?
I think touchy subject. Yeah.
Because like that. Because like the voices have aged, and I'm not like for an episodes of the show fine, but for a movie in theaters for like a lot of people, and like which is also going to be a lot of people's introductions to The Simpsons probably. I'm curious of what the fuck they're gonna do, because also for like, as you know, a movie regularly has to have like emotional heights. Like the Simpsons movie did have emotional heights, and I assume the new movie will have to have emotional heights too. Can they have those like voice actors do those?
Wasn't there that whole Wasn't there a massive story about the Marge takes she had to do so many times?
Yeah, Julie Kavner.
I'm talking about for the first movie.
For the first movie, okay.
Let alone like
that
scene in
that scene was like 100 takes. It was like a lot of takes. That is what like kind of killed that voice.
Oh,
that scene is what killed that voice.
Fuck, dude. Oh my god. So and now we're 20
also
years
you can hear it. You can hear it in the movie where it's at that point it sounds a bit sore.
I just want you to know.
Honey.
Wait, she sounds like that.
No,
that's not making any money. That's making $0. It sounds like that.
Probably by the time the movie comes out, we gotta do something.
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure Disney has replacements lined up. Cause I'm pretty sure they're never stopping The Simpsons. Because I'm pretty sure the most recent Fortnite season, not the new, because that Springfield's over. But like it proved that Simpsons is still profitable.
What'd you say, Austin?
No, saying Springfield's gone. But one thing that I was like saying that like at this point, I don't need Bart and Lisa and Maggie to be adults or anything like that.
Aww.
But I would not mind a time skip of some degree, like a permanent time skip.
King of the Hill just nailed it.
They're not
King
doing
of the
it.
Hill just nailed it.
They had Bart's birthday makes fun of that.
I'm not talking about 15 years. I'm not talking about like 20 years or 10 years. I'm just talking about like, let's just put these little niggas in middle school.
I'll be honest.
They're not even doing it by a year. Again, Bart's birthday makes fun of that. They're what you do get is like what if episodes of the future, and those are some really nice. Those can be some nice episodes. Like the most recent one was
where Marge dies.
Yeah, where Marge dies before Homer does, and like you get flashed into the future. They do like a lot of what if future episodes, and those are good. So those are the most you're gonna get,
right?
In terms of like seeing the future.
Like I did like the one where Bart was an adult and he had a house party and like Homer was hitting the bong.
That was. I know it's more recent, not like super recent, but I know which one you're. I've seen the clips of it at least.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you when that episode. I will say like it is funny that of all the series, like even South Park aged up the boys by like up to 4th grade. Just like they barely aged them up, but like they did the 4th grade thing like 20 years ago, and they just kind of kept them there. But like even the Simpsons, like they're not touching that shit.
Yeah, it's a sitcom. It's a sitcom role. Even Family Guy makes fun of it, and I think Bryan was like, Stewie, come on, get in the car. All right, I need my baby chair. I'm only 2, and Bryan's like, still.
That shit's not gonna end.
Because also another franchise is going by the sitcom rule that I found out through I think I heard through like an interview or something, was the Despicable Me franchise. Those characters apparently are not getting aged up. That baby's staying a baby, and those little kids are staying little kids.
Yeah, my sister, who is the generation that kind of grew up with Despicable Me the way that we grew up with Shrek, they seem to be slowly disappointed in the idea that they're not aging up, because they just want to see some sort of progression. They want to see this idea.
I feel like they would
that
have to
franchise,
for a movie.
Does that. I mean, because if Shrek can do it, you guys, there's only a certain point where you can keep doing this trio, and you're just going to keep them at that age group, because I mean, it is a little disappointing. For as charming as the first movie is, you know.
For a sitcom show, I'm fine with the role. For movies, like it's
age them up, man. For
yeah,
movies,
like,
yeah.
So I was kind of disappointed.
The issue is like they won't age up the kids, but they will modernize the technology. That's just a trope that I hate throughout like, media in general. Like even with Arthur.
Oh, he pulled out Arthur. Yes, indeed.
I'm fine. It's like cause even comics do the same thing too. It's just a sliding timeline. Where they had to slide the timeline a bit. It's like, well, now they like Marge and Homer were like kids around the 90s. And like a lot of sitcoms do that. It's just like for movies, for movie franchises, I expect like, especially if they're coming out like a couple years apart. Because my biggest disappointment was like Incredibles 2. It's like that it was a direct sequel, like right after the first one.
We're gonna have to do another Incredibles 2 discussion because there's too many things to talk about with that sequel.
And also now, I'm not trying to get too deep into like a tangent, but like also. Like, Toy Story is also a problem, because, like, it was consistent at first, and then all of a sudden, like, no, Bonnie doesn't age.
That is weird that I wish that there was some sort of... If you're not gonna... Again, we got the Bonnie shorts, the little Toy Story shorts, but, like, again, if you're gonna do movies, like, this next movie, the fact that it's Bonnie again at that same age, it's like, let her be a little older here, progress a bit. Like, you're playing it way too safe right now. The reason we love 3 is because
Bonnie shows up in like what is it? Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet.
What'd you say?
Didn't she show up in Ralph Breaks the Internet too?
Was that Bonnie or was that was the girl that looked like Bonnie? I don't know if that was Bonnie herself. The girl, you're talking about the girl that like says like the cupcake, the Bonnie gets to that. I don't know if that's Bonnie, but she looked like Bonnie.
Unless she shows up in that the Disney website scene. I don't know.
All right. Let's get back to get back to Simpsons roasting on an open fire.
Still talking about this?
So after the obviously Bart goes off on his own with the Christmas thing, and again, these are all very related. This is why again I like season 1 so much. Right, Bart has his thing when they're all singing. He goes off on a tangent, does his the popular non-actual version of the song. Then you see they get back home. Marge's letter, like she's writing stuff. And, like, you're hearing from her perspective as she's writing it, but she's definitely oversharing. But it's a relatable thing. It's like, it's either a parental thing or it's a family thing. And just oversharing. And then, like, she gets to Bart. He's like, and Bart!
We love Bart! I keep, my brain, even though I watched this episode multiple times, like, my brain keeps, like, thinking the beginning starts at the house.
Right. So, of course, like, everyone, so far, we've heard a couple times, like, the Christmas bonus. And this is not at the point where we hear about, this isn't yet where we hear about the Christmas bonus. Mark, if you want to take back over on the plot point, I know you know this episode more. I have keynotes, but I'll share my thoughts.
I'll kind of just skip through, but like the main episode is like the family's getting ready for Christmas, and like Marge and Homer discussing like gift shopping. So they have Homer's assuming he's gonna get a Christmas bonus, but also on top of that, they also have the jar of money they've been saving up for a while. And so the family goes out to go Christmas shopping to the mall. And before that, Marge is collecting Santa's letters to send out. To quote unquote send out, even though Bart's aware, like, no, we only have one fat man to deliver presents. It's not Santa.
Right.
But like Bart says he wants a tattoo, and Marge is like, no,
F that.
And like Homer's like, you can get a tattoo with your own lunch. It's like, yes. Yeah. But yeah, they go to the mall to go Christmas shopping, and Bart finds a tattoo parlor. Is that what it's called?
Basically,
yeah. And he has it. Imagine like a daydream of like, what does his mother think if he got the mother tattoo? And it's like, Bart, that's such a good tattoo, and you're so tough, and it makes it look tough too.
By the way, I do love the fact that Bart is not doing this out of rebellion. Like, he's doing this because he thinks it's cool, but he also is doing this for his mom, and he thinks it's cool, and it's like this respectful thing. Like, it wasn't just, oh, I'm going for like skull and bones, and like, yeah, it's gonna be like, no, I love the approach. You know what I mean? Like, I love that
yeah.
approach of like, no, I want to do this. It says mom. It's that like that's such a nice way to approach it, even though he's in the wrong there inadvertently.
It's like seeing Riley do graffiti of his dead parents in the Boondocks.
Right. It's like absolutely. As a corollary, absolutely. Yeah, which was like holy shit. But yeah,
I do love the exchange. Like I would like a tattoo plate.
Sorry, that was on the side of the house, if I'm not mistaken, right? Was that on the side of the house? Yeah. I just want to make sure I remember.
I do like the exchange where it's with the tattoo guy. Like, I want tattoo, please, and it's like how like wait,
how old are you?
How old are you? 21. Get in a chair.
Yeah. Whatever. He said he's 21. Who gives a yeah.
And like when he gets a tattoo, he ends up just writing moth.
Stupid.
And I think I heard like because people like to like have like try to do like Simpsons references in reality, and like I think some people do actually have the moth tattoo in reference to this episode.
Yeah, I'm sure. I am sure. That sounds about right.
I mean, I'd get it if more people would get it, but no one watches the first season.
People have to know. Yeah, they have to. You're talking about people that would have to be now 40 years and older at this point, most likely.
Well, also, if anybody watches the Simpsons, anyone watches the old Simpsons, no one's watching the first season.
No one watched, but you have to actually like pull out of your brain and remember that. And,
yeah.
Like, so that's like even worse in terms of knowledge, pop culture wise. But it is like crazy that simultaneously to that happening, Homer's learning about the fact that no one's getting a Christmas bonus, right? So like that's happening parallel to him getting this tattoo and Marge having to give up the money,
which is very
surgically remove the tattoo.
A lot of businesses do that where it's like, hey, we're not going to do anything for you this Christmas. I mean, for the holidays in general.
Yeah.
Like even cool, the job I'm working.
Canonically had a tattoo for the rest of the series.
You said what?
If he just canonically had a tattoo for the rest of the series.
For the rest of the series. We didn't get it off. We also had Christmas money. So the end, yeah.
Well, I mean that's well, I'd say like the job I work at was stingy because they used to give out free turkeys every Thanksgiving. This year, nothing.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, most companies at most are going to be like, hey, here's some candy canes. Go ahead and take a candy cane and a water bottle. You got yourself a nice little Christmas gift.
Or they just acknowledge that it's a holiday. That's the most you're going to get. Like, happy holidays, and that's it.
Expect something else? Get out of my face. You're still here? You're like, the end of Ferris Bueller. You're still here? What do you... No. Nothing else for you? Yeah,
and directly after that scene, Marge finds Bart at the tattoo parlor, and she's paying to get the tattoo removed, but I mean that tattoo guy still did some work, and he's not getting paid, so they just like left out, without paying that.
But he also knows that like if she actually questioned it, he's doing an illegal.
Oh, he's gonna get in trouble, yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's like that's the slip, right? So it's like no, all right, whatever.
I mean, also the thing about Marge getting the tattoo removed with all the money, like she could have waited.
Yeah, but it seems like that's like a whole year's of saved up, right? I mean, so like even if you were to, that's one of those where like, all right, so now we're gonna have to wait for however long, and we don't know when forever long is. So.
No, wait, hold on. She couldn't have waited because if anybody saw that tattoo, she would get in trouble immediately.
Yeah, we are talking 89 school system. I don't know if they care. I don't know what the energy is, but usually how everything's portrayed is a little
Trust
more.
Trust me, they care.
Oh yeah, this is like we're talking about back in. By the way, this is 80s writing because this is 89. Keep in mind, so you're right.
Yeah. All right.
This is 80s.
This is like the 70s. This is like the 80s to 90s. Kids were carrying knives to school like they were carrying trapper keepers.
I think what's that? Next up. Okay, so the bummer is that Homer comes back and it's all a bummer, right? Like, cause like Bart now it's like that got surgically removed. And then Marge is holding this empty tin and she's kind of got a glum look on her face. And Homer comes back knowing he doesn't have a bonus coming. And it's just, now it's all on like Homer. And he's just kind of like, now he's glum. On top of the fact that the house lights, it's like they're fine, but then you look over at Flanders and he's got all his fucking really high quality Christmas setup. So it's all like a double whammy, it's all just a glum situation. And through the night, again, he's trying to strategically think of, all right, am I going to tell her? Am I going to tell them? How am I going to what's the scenario that I'm going to work this out? And so like you were about to bring up, Mark, he ends up just saying, I'm going to do the Christmas shopping in a way of covering for the fact that there's not going to be a bonus. There's not going to be, because he feels like again he's let the
he doesn't have the hard
family
time.
down.
There's no Christmas bonus.
Yeah, and I think I've definitely been there before where it's like you have a certain amount, and you're making a certain amount, but you want to be able to do this or that for your family. Especially when I first got a job, like when you're like a teenager and you finally get a job for the first time, and like you're like, oh, I can get this and that for people. Like not like enough that you're gonna be broke, but enough for like, oh, I can get them this, and then you realize, oh, I don't have that, and that would be really mindless. But you want to be able to come up clutch for those reasons.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So yeah, he feels like he failed. So he takes on an additional mall Santa job, and I thought that it was funny that it's fun. It's sad, but it's funny. But like, it's a joke you wouldn't have realized until you actually saw it as an adult. But he gets $13, and this lady at the front lists out all the things, the healthcare and the tax and the this and the fee, and it's like, you asshole!
Unemployment insurance.
My god, and the insurance. Ah.
Temp companies will try to do that to you too. Like I had temp companies that had all those freaking fees and stuff.
Right. So it's like, geez, dude, like what a bummer, And that $13, it's like, and again, that's because and Bart saw obviously Homer there, his dad, and he's like,
oh yeah, also like quick sneezy, quick like sneezy temp company story is. This like happened like 3 or 4 years ago. Like temp, because I was working with the temp company, and it would come sometimes tell me to like go to this place, go to this place. This time they were telling me come to the office first, but not telling me why. And I was like, okay. But then like I called again, like, okay, why do you need me to go to the office? Oh, just come here. It was like you don't want me to go there. You can just give me the address. Like, no, we'll call you an Uber. You just come to the office. Or like, yeah, well, why? Oh yeah, because it's a construction job. You need to get a safety hat and like the safety vest. And like, is that coming out my check? Like, yes. I'm not taking it because I'm only working 1 day.
Right.
And I like the extra clothes I need, the safety vest and the hard hat. That's coming out my check. Fuck you guys.
That would have taken a lot of the percentage out. And again, we talked
and the Uber too.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. But they're sleazy. They're gonna find a way. Yeah. So I will say, like, I think there's something hilarious before he actually thinks about, I believe, going to the dog racing, which is a funny alternate in this universe. He gets back home, and I believe, what is it? He gets back home, and Marge wants him to talk to her sisters, and he lets out this audible and visual, like, gross, like he's so disgusting.
Oh no! One of my favorite scenes in that short was he answers the phone and he's like, "Who is this? Marge, please. Who is this? Yeah. Can I speak to Marge? I need to know who I'm talking to. Marge, please.
It's your sister.
It's your sister." Yeah. Patty and Sam are so funny in this episode.
Yes, absolutely. And you could tell the writers were like, they were sick of any sort of situation or actual real life people that are like that, that want to talk.
Oh, that is completely
because you've got Lisa, who just basically is speaking out of the writer's mouth. If you talk about my dad, you understand that that's like the representation of of malehood in my life. So you, by extension, doing that is like it's a funny it's like holy shit. Okay,
go what?
Right, yeah.
Go back to your cartoons, dear. And that's a realistic response. Even I would say.
Yeah, that is one of those, like, yeah, whenever a kid said something witty, very often adults will do nothing but just kind of like, yeah, all right, whatever, kid.
Go back to what you're doing. But yes, Patty and Selma are based on when the writers like having like an asshole like sister-in-law.
Holy shit! Okay, yeah. So that is actually right down the yeah. So who's the drunk guy from the bar?
Barney.
Barney has this idea. Not even an idea. It's like this is how he always.
Who has the wrong colored hair? This episode.
Yeah, it's just what, yellow hair.
It's just yellow. Yeah,
it's yellow. But Barney has this layup every time. It seems like a very consistent for him. Go ahead.
Sorry, speaking of miscolorings, I'm pretty sure you were caught off guard.
No.
Right? No. Earlier during the school play part where Lisa is juggling fire, and she and like
Of course, you're gonna bring this one up.
Yeah, because I have to because what it's supposed to be like a skin color like type.
Yes.
And it came back miscolored, and the episode's already finished. They couldn't really fix it. It's like the writers and animators, they fucking hate it, but like it is a literal animation mistake. That it's the same color of her skin. It's supposed to be a different color of like.
Twins, their dad was black.
Huh? What do you say?
No, I was gonna say Smithers and the twins' dad were supposed to be black.
Oh, that was a different episode though. Yeah.
Were originally
I'm talking about the miscoloring in this episode of this because it looks like she's pantsless with like a hula skirt.
I think most of us. No,
I didn't catch that at all. I knew it was pants immediately.
I just think I think it's
I'm like you can see it. It's just like it's the same color as her skin all around.
No,
it doesn't look like anything, but like it doesn't look like genitalia is there either. But like it just,
course,
but it is a miscolor. Even the directors, even the writers and director, the animators and directors say like it's a miscolor. It's a miscoloring mistake that they hate.
Right, understandable on what became your debut episode, I'm sure. Yeah. But yeah. All right. So. Yeah, Barney has this idea, this layup that usually ends up happening. Usually works, with short change. He goes to the casino or a casino that adjacently has a dog racing ring, essentially, and he always bets on number 6. And if number 6, that's all you gotta do. Just play number 6. It works. That's all you gotta do. It's layup, and you get your money. That's it. That's all Homer has to do. And then he hears. There's a dog named Santa's Little Helper. It's like, dude, all you gotta do, it's a layup. Now, again, there's no way to know this, so I understand. You just go with your gut.
Well, like, Bart convinced him that, like, hey, Christmas miracles can happen. It happens in a Smurf, it happens in Tiny Tim, it happens to Charlie Brown, and it's gonna happen to them. So, believe in Christmas miracles. And Homer's convinced, like, okay, we probably will have our Christmas miracle moment, so... Santa's Little Helper, I'm Santa, that name sounds like destiny, so we're gonna bet on Santa's Little Helper. We're gonna bet all of it on Santa's Little Helper.
All of it on Santa's Little Helper.
And Bart is like, come on, Bart, you gotta believe in me.
And
Bart just goes with it. And he's
Santa's
like, okay.
Little Helper he has no speed. Number 6 wins.
He's the worst.
Yes, number 6 wins. Santa's Little Helper is so bad, like by a landslide. In fact, later in the episode, toward the very end, Bart says it's gonna be easy to catch him. Like, so.
Oh yeah, no, there's a funny joke where they're like, where he's the last one in the race, and like they were like, we're not leaving until the dog finishes the race, and it's just like a beat of silence, and I thought that was really funny, and it's like, and the Homer at a certain point just gave him like, screw it, we're just leaving.
Yeah, and again, they're leaving the parking lot. They're looking for any potential tickets that have, like, it could have, the bet of number 6. That's how far down. It's like, all right, anything that can get us some money to get us, get them something out there. Because again, at this point now, it's not just the kids and Marge. It's now the family around them. And it's like that's a little, for Homer,
oh, they're at rock bottom. They're looking for like winning tickets that somebody hopefully dropped.
Exactly. For Homer, that's like, again, to get more embarrassed because of that mentally. It's like, all right, I don't want that on my in my head. So
meanwhile, Barney's cruising. He's like in a car with a sex worker, and he's like, "What I tell you? Numbers, windbreaker.
Number 6.
Yeah, number 6.
Yeah, that's what they had to do. But yeah, it doesn't do it. Meanwhile, Santa's Little Helper gets shunted out and away from the owner, and he basically gets abandoned, and immediately after runs straight toward Homer, falls into Homer's arms, and Bart has the idea, hey, just take the dog, fuck it, and that becomes the Christmas. That becomes the literally Christmas miracle of joy and bundle of joy moment for the household in that for that moment. I mean, because he's sitting there about to explain himself. And then Bart comes in with the dog, and it kind of, all the energy changes. Because even Marge was saying, she's like, damn, like, that's tough.
And that's also the origin story of how they got, their dog, Santa's Little Helper.
I didn't know that was Snowball number 2, by the way, the cat. That's crazy.
Oh, that's the joke. Because Snowball, that was always Snowball number 2.
That's funny.
And like, because Snowball, the joke is, Snowball number 1 is a white cat. And Snowball number 2 is like, it's a black cat. So the name doesn't like make sense.
Gotcha. That's cool. Didn't know that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's the origin story of how the Simpsons have a dog. which, if you're following continuity, don't think about that he doesn't show up in any other episode in season 1. And don't think about why Homer has the safety inspector job earlier in this episode when he doesn't get it until the 4th episode of this season.
Right. Don't think about it. Any other thoughts on Roasting on an Open Fire, guys, out there?
It's a fun episode to go back to. It's not as
I said, everyone else, Mark just takes the gold.
But it's not as fun as the later seasons, but the season 1 as a whole is just it's an interesting early start to go back to. Season 2 they kick it up.
Okay.
I think one of my favorite episodes in season 1 was the I forgot the title of it, but it was Sideshow Bob's first episode.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say the blues episode. Oh no, I said the blues episode already.
No, it was the first episode with Sideshow Bob. That was a very fun one. By the way, I forgot to put the connection out there, but we were talking about The Incredibles earlier. But why am I forget? Wow, I forget the name of the director of The Incredibles. Fuck.
Brad Bird.
Brad Bird is on staff of one of the animators in season 1.
Ah.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, you didn't see that.
Okay.
Yeah, he was an animator in season 1, and he's I think he's the director of the Sideshow Bob episode. Because he also did animation direction for the music videos, and he likes to add Sideshow Bob to those. Good.
That's a cool little note.
Yeah, you can. Brad Bird was on season 1 of The Simpsons before he went to other projects.
All right. Any other voices out there before we move to the Nickelodeon icon?
Oh wait. Yeah, Lana, what do you think about this episode? We haven't. Wait, all around, what everybody thinks about this episode?
I was bored.
Fuck.
I didn't really care for it.
Off the script nature, it seems.
No, but now that information.
Wait, Austin. Sorry, Austin, you got cut off. Go ahead and repeat yourself.
Oh yeah.
Nothing off of descriptions alone, it sounds very staple into terms of that sitcom storytelling. I like that. They definitely something that I don't dislike, but it annoys me because I've been there, but just the whole thing of just the bait and switch of let's have hope in this scenario, all for it to ultimately fail. But yeah, it definitely sounds like a classic in terms of Simpsons content.
Yeah,
definitely not my thing.
Is it definitely not your thing?
Definitely not my thing.
Well, you are the person that didn't like Lilo of Lilo and Stitch, so.
Also, I found out
I'm gonna keep saying that. By the way,
I thought you were a Simpsons kid back in the day. I assumed you were, so I thought you had some attachment to the Simpsons.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, okay. Well, now I know that.
Well,
by the way, you are coming with us to the Simpsons movie too. That's a group.
No, it's okay. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of not for me. No. Why does Marge's voice sound like a fucking?
Too bad. We're gonna watch it anyway. We're all watching it.
It's gonna be a fucking lawnmower.
Brian, there's no point because he making me watch SpongeBob too.
By the way,
I'm making Brian watch SpongeBob.
By the way, could they have designed Ice Spice's character with a little more soul? I mean, holy shit! What the fuck is with that design? Why did they make Ice Spice look like a? I guess that's because they're not doing the hand drawn stuff design, so it's CGI fish, and the fish that are CGI always look kind of mid in SpongeBob.
So it's a little weird attaching a fish to a skin tone.
Yeah, that too. But
we'll talk about it when we get to the movie.
I mean, again, I don't know if I'm watching this movie. It's not.
You are.
No, you guys can.
You are.
I'm gonna watch the first movie and have a good time.
You're watching
with the first movie and having a good time.
Or else I'm canceling the podcast. I have the equipment.
You can cancel the podcast of SpongeBob. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch the first movie and I'm gonna have a good time.
I'm canceling the Canine Biscuit studio. Fine, you can continue the podcast, but I'm canceling the studio. You're watching that movie.
I am. All right, we'll find out after the break.
I'm paying for your movie ticket. We're watching that movie,
guys. Cartoon Chat, NogMaximus after the break.
The kids on Hey Arnold are quiet, kind, gentle, until you charge them $20 for a snow cone.
Flip the truck!
Catch an extra Hey Arnold Sundays at 11, 10 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
This holiday season, the First Kids Network's bringing you the first ever Hey Arnold Christmas special. Next Wednesday, join Arnold on his quest to find the perfect gift for his secret Santa. And watch Helga as she tries to find the perfect gift for Arnold.
Something that'll impress him and make him pine for me the way I pine for him.
Ho, 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 the Hey Arnold Christmas special. Next Wednesday at 8, 7 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
All right, welcome back to NogMaximus. We had a really good time with The Simpsons, of course. We were talking about, obviously, Ice Spice through the whole commercial break, talking about the big guy.
I also noticed you're specifically,
big guy.
On your camera, you, specifically are sponsoring,
Clover
Valley.
God damn it, you know the fucking brand. Yes.
Clover Valley eggnog.
Yes. No, well, next time, if there's an actual brand out there they can sponsor, it's right here. We'll put it here for Christmas time. And you can, become sponsored right here. Look at that. Isn't that a layup?
No eggnog brand wants us to sponsor.
They're going to love us. They're going to love us. They're going to be like, we talk cartoons and we're grown people. They love us.
Oh, no, we're going to, they're going to, once we pitch them, oh, you guys are a podcast? And then when they actually listen to our podcast, like, fuck. Fuck. We gave them our name.
It's going to be like when Hank Hill turned on Bobby's earphone. Got Bobby's earphone. Just disgusted. All right. Next up on Cartoon Chat is another legend. We went late 80s, now we're going into the 90s here, and now we've got Hey Arnold. Before we get into, obviously, Arnold's Christmas, which, I think ahead of the curve, I would say definitely by far the best choice out of the three, if you want to watch.
By far.
Like, this, Hey Arnold is obviously the most, I don't know, it's one of those cartoons that is one of the most significant on Nickelodeon. Like, obviously, if you want to talk about top Nickelodeon animated series, like you have Avatar up there and all that stuff. And there's a broad range of different styles of cartoons you could list, but Hey Arnold's always kind of up there, just in terms of its tone and what it does with its characters. What a lived-in world, what an environment, what a setting. Like, it's so cool. Austin, take it away, Hey Arnold. Tell us about Hey Arnold. Tell us your vibe, how you got into it.
Yeah, tell us about a football head.
So you can remember from years ago when we did the tracing histories thing, where we went into a depth into my interest in shows and media. As a kid, I didn't like Hey Arnold, and that was just because I thought that it was boring, because it was just about a bunch of kids going through real life stuff, and I was more into the zany stuff. But as an adult, it became very much the opposite, where
that was my same experience too.
Yeah, I don't really as an adult, I don't really vibe with Ren and Stimpy anymore. I don't really vibe with Cat Dog. But Hey Arnold was just one of those that's just it's very much grounded in reality, down to earth, and really hits you with some hard hitting stuff. And
I like early Ren and Stimpy. Cat Dog can kill itself.
It was, come on.
I don't like Cat Dog.
Jesus. Also,
it's not even that I hate. It's not even that I hate those shows or anything like that. When it came to stuff like that, even Cow and Chicken, even though that's Cartoon Network, not Nick, it's just the hyperactivity. You just kind of it kind of wears off for a bit after a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this Christmas special is definitely one of the most hard hitting. The Simpsons one definitely handled that whole bittersweet ending, miracles come in many forms. It's not always what you expect it to be, but this one was very much on the nose, and there were tracing elements of all of these this major miracle building up into one.
Right. Before we get into the actual holiday special, I do want to do a quick sum up, like I did with Simpsons, for the audience. A quick stat rundown. This was created by Craig Bartlett, produced over at Nick's Animation Studio. It was games animation in the mid-90s before they renamed it. Voice cast: Arnold, obviously played by Lane Torin. Helga, played by Francesca Marie Smith. Gerald, played by Jamil Walker Smith. This debuted on October 7th, 1996. Not the Christmas special, just the series itself. It ran until June of 2004. However, big asterisks on the 2004. Nickelodeon held back a lot of the final season episodes and aired them pretty much in 4 packs through the last 4 years of the series run. So, that last season was really spread out. Lana, I just want to get your thoughts. Anything on Hey Arnold before we go deep? super into
No, I was the same. I never watched it. Like it was, I thought it was boring as fuck as a kid, just like Doug. So I just never got into it. This is my today was my first time watching it in years, and it was okay. The only part I really liked was like.
We'll get into the holiday stuff in a second.
Oh, we'll get into it. Oh yeah. But Mark, it was okay. I wouldn't watch it again, but it was okay.
Shut up, hey! Holy fuck! You wouldn't watch it again? Holy shit! Anyway, Mark, over to you. More at 11. Mark, over to you.
Hey Arnold, like I watched the show a couple times when I was a kid. It was alright. It was alright. Didn't really care about it too much. When I got older, I learned to like appreciate it more. I was like, okay, this is actually pretty interesting. Still never watched it like that, but like I was excited to catch the Jungle movie when that was coming out. Jungle movie wasn't really that great. It was alright. Which is the movie that came out like in 2020 on Netflix or something. I think it was 20.
Oh, okay.
It was like 2020 or something like that. It came out recently. Because it like concludes, because the final episode of Halo leaves off at a cliffhanger. And the creator really wanted to like continue off of that. And Nickelodeon just never gave him the money to do that. And he was just like holding on to like what his ideas for like the final episode would have been for like the longest time.
Like that film was 10 years in the making, and it was like I was part of like one of the campaign Facebook groups.
I remember seeing like early like animatic storyboards for it like 10 years ago too.
Yeah, like there's like some like animation tests for it, like where like it's like a chase scene of like the parents like in the jungle before like Arnold, like we actually get into Arnold. But yeah, like I definitely say that like Arnold is, while he is one of my favorite cartoon characters, he is not my favorite 8-year-old character. That goes to Clarence.
For the longest time, the movie was Layla's canceled too.
Oh, those two are too different. Because like Arnold was doing like some like not rambunctious shit, but like stuff that like it makes me wish that they were like centered around like middle school or like the early high school years, because that's the energy that they gave off as characters. Because like this nigga is helping his like 30-year-old border friend like hooking him up on a date. We got like the fucking episode where the butcher is like running for to be a politician, and Arnold is his campaign manager, this 9-year-old 4th grader.
Yeah, like it's great. Yeah,
he is very much like he's a very cool kid, but it was just like the fact that like he would have fit like with the shit that he done, he would have fit better in like a spot like Arthur than like in Hey Arnold in itself. And, like, because he's just not a realistic 8 to 9-year-old.
Yeah,
I say that with love.
Yeah, I think like that's one of the things that you know, I'm with you. Like it's one of those where it's super it's deep in fantasy in that way, where, you know, I think this is why it works, is I think kids often see themselves in that way of, if I got this ability, I'd be able to find a way to do it.
Wishing that you could do more.
Exactly. But like you said, a fucking 8 years old, you're not doing that. It reminds me of Jimmy Neutron with all that science shit. It's like, come on. What are you doing? Like, you're building rockets. Like, it's fantastic.
I guess to be fair, the Rugrats do all this shit, and they're like fucking babies.
The Rugrats.
They they went on multiple events. They control in their second movie. They control a fucking mech.
Yeah.
Because like even with
Oh, you about to say, Lana?
I say and some of them are one. Most of them are one.
Yeah, most of them are one. Yeah, they fucking have an Evangelion fight in the second movie. And they beat an adult in the and the other person in the mech is a fucking adult too.
Rugrats in Paris is an excellent movie.
Because like,
fuck anyone.
Because like the best show that I compare Hey Arnold to is Recess, right?
Yes, by far, absolutely.
The thing about the Recess kids is that it was like they went through a lot of hyperbolic situations. Like they really like went into like that fascination and like the dramatic imagination of a kid.
Yep.
But like the mentality of the kids themselves relatively stayed the same. Like Helga, in my opinion, is the most believable character in Hey Arnold. Helga in general, for that matter. Like,
yeah.
Like Helga's
Which are two
neglect-
characters that were chosen to be fires in Nickelodeon All Stars, Nickelodeon Smash Bros.
Yeah, like Helga's storyline and like her like struggle throughout the show is very believable, and like it was one of the few shows because you don't really see that anymore, where it gives you like an in-depth look of like the urban lifestyle.
By the way, I've got
what it's
Austin.
like to be.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Question: what city do you think this is set in?
Chicago.
I remember, like
Baltimore.
I got an answer for you.
Hold up. It was very much inspired by New York, but apparently it is centered around Virginia.
No, it was inspired. Creator. It was inspired by his time growing up in Seattle. Apparently. Fucking Seattle. I don't see it.
Seattle.
I don't see it, but Seattle.
That's where fucking iCarly stayed.
That's what I'm saying. I don't see it. I saw I saw, like you said. I was thinking what you said, and then I was like, wait a minute, Seattle.
I was really expecting you to drop like Baltimore. I'm like, whoa.
Ooh, that's like when you learn Boondocks is us.
I was thinking either Chicago or fucking Boston.
Yeah, it's like Seattle though. I was like, what? That's the inspired backdrop to
Hey Arnold. These niggas was living in the hood. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's what he said. I mean, I'm feeling, again, like it's yeah. But continue what you were saying. I interrupted the hell out of you, man, on that trivia question.
Yeah, just like Helga's journey was just like really it was like the most believable because like it really gave you that in-depth look of like what it was like to be like living in the urban lifestyle. Like I was telling my friends last night about like how like I got my first set of house keys by the time I hit like 3rd or 4th grade. Like that thing of being a latchkey kid, being like having parents that like are consistently working, so you kind of got to fend for yourself a bit. Like that is like the lifestyle that like Hey Arnold really like stuck with, and like the fact that Helga specifically just had to deal with a lot of trauma.
Yes.
And like that's why like Lana, if this is what like there was an episode of Hey Arnold that I'll recommend to you. It is Helga on the couch. It really like it's like the first time Helga goes to therapy as like the bully character, and like the whole love interest thing. And it's like the fact that like in this special, Helga was the saving grace.
Yes. Yeah.
That like it's not even a for once thing, because there are plenty of instances where she puts herself to the side, like mainly for the love of Arnold. But it was like the fact that like she just realized that like what Arnold was fighting for was significantly more important than a pair of shoes.
Yeah. I got another one for you. When she's there's an episode, I don't have the episode on me, but I was watching basically season 1 stuff and a couple of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the second, like, you feel these relatable moments, even though I didn't watch this show significantly as a kid, but you feel these relatable moments in the moment presently as an adult. But when she's getting this secondhand anxiety from, she leaves her diary on the bus, and it's being read openly, and it's like, holy shit, the level of like anxiety that just popped out of my head, like just thinking of that perceptively, like I couldn't imagine. But you see her in this like super anxious moment, like I gotta find a way to get this fucking book. I gotta get this fucking book. Like
when she was like high off of anesthesia and like sent that voice message to Arnold.
It's like, man, yeah, man. Hey Arnold, though, like again, it's worth rewatching now because I think it's so much. It's not that it wasn't relatable as a kid, but I think, like you said, it's when you put these characters, these younger characters, into, they're not more mature, but they're made to be smarter or as perceptibly smart as kids think they are at times. And you do that, you're going to make them super, approachable to watch at any age level. And I think that's why it's a golden cartoon as well, is this is approachable at any age level. You might get bored as a kid, but you rewatch this now and you're like, holy shit, this is really good. Let's get into you want to say something
also
else?
Like in terms of like American cartoons, like Helga's kind of like the first instance of like one of the main characters of the show like having a what's common in anime,
American
a common trope in anime called the tsundere type, which is like a character.
Yeah, the American. She's an American tsundere.
Huh?
She's an American tsundere.
Yeah, it's like tsundere of like a character a character who like likes one of the characters, but they act like a jerk towards him.
Yeah, because like don't get it twisted. Helga's an asshole, but she's not evil.
Yeah.
And speaking of the connection between before we get into the special, the connection between Hey Arnold and Recess, that like both of those shows share so many voice actors.
Yes.
All the way to the point where the original voice of Arnold, he started off like first he was Wolfgang in Hey Arnold, and then he got upgraded to being King Bob in Recess.
Oh yeah, the connection with that and Nickelodeon is like the one of the main writers of Rugrats, like when they left the show, they went to Disney and they pitched Recess.
Ah,
that's one that I forgot who it was, but like I know I think it was like I think the Classy Super is 2 people, and they were on Rugrats, and there was like a third person.
Yeah,
and he wrote like some of the best episodes of Rugrats. But like after some like disagreements, he left and just like pitched Recess to Disney.
Yeah, interesting. A lot of talent pool Disney had when they were building up their lineup for Saturday morning cartoon. That Saturday morning cartoon block in the late '90s, like they did a lot of talent pool. They pulled from Fox Kids, they pulled from Kids WB, they pulled from Nick in terms of the series they developed. You know, the content they were trying to build up and make a big deal. So that makes sense. But Rugrats, not Rugrats, Recess, absolutely legendary. All right, let's get into obviously Arthur Christmas here. Not Arthur Christmas, Arnold.
That movie's good as shit.
Yeah, I was like wrong special. No, we're not talking Arthur Christmas. We're talking Arnold's Christmas here. I will say, like, usually when you're talking about family, this is, by the way, this is where I will agree with Austin on one thing. This would not be approved by Paramount today, I'll tell you that much. 1,005% correctly, they would not approve this at all. They would be like, you want to do what now?
The win would have been snatched up by ICE before the concept even started.
Yeah, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Absolutely. Like, one of the things that Christmas specials often do is they're always so positive. They're so like, and again, this is by the end, it's very positive, but it's like there's so much more to this in terms of depth. Like, and also I'm gonna let you take it away, but like this was again, I haven't seen this one before, so this was such a surprise at how good it was. So take it away, man.
Okay, so starts off. First off, like Arnold, like as it's been established, Arnold lives in a boarding house with his grandparents and some other tenants that live there, and they are doing a Secret Santa. Arnold's not entirely for the idea because he doesn't really know these people personally, but he stumbles upon Mr. Nguyen, who is the Vietnamese character that lives in a boarding house that mostly stays to himself. So like Arnold is trying to dig for like an idea of like what Mr. Nguyen would want for Christmas. And like he just starts like trying to talk to him, get to know him, and then we get hit with a fucking nuke. So it turns out that Mr. Nguyen was staying in Vietnam in the midst of the war. And like he is an immigrant from Vietnam, like, and he fled the country. But before he could do that, there was like a massive war happening, and there was like a massive breach happening, and there's an American helicopter comes and saying like we only have room for one more person because like they're trying to like evacuate citizens, and Mr. Nguyen, like as like a big moment of sacrifice as a father, decides to give his baby to them. So Arnold, like, and he says that like she might be stationed somewhere in here, and that's exactly why Mr. Nguyen moved here. So like in hopes that he could like be back in contact with his daughter. So like Arnold made it his mission to say like that's gonna be my Christmas present for Mr. Nguyen. I want him to see his daughter again.
And he's been searching for years, by the way. Like this man is super depressed, like because of course it's Christmas, it's another year. and that's all that's on his mind. And it's like, it's, again, like you said, a nuke. Like, that's a fucking nuke.
Yeah, like, it's gut-wrenching.
Yeah.
And, like, it's so true to life that, like, this is the impact of fucking war.
Yep.
You know? Like, because they're, like, and that's where the realism of Hey Arnold kicks in. Is like, there are probably, like, a lot of scenarios like this. Like, where, like, refugee families have been split up, like, for the safety of the family itself. And, yeah, so, like, Arnold just, like, goes on, like, this triumphant task to, like, find his kid, and, like, then he goes to, I can't remember the name of the building, but just, like a place full of, like, records and data.
Yep.
And there's this dude who's just, like, thinking, like, dude, like, this is a pipe dream. There's no way that I can actually get this done. And, like, he gets a phone call saying, like, hey, like, from his wife saying, like, hey, like, work's a little hectic, but I promise I'm going to do the shopping. So Arnold strikes a deal with him, saying, like, look, we'll do your shopping if you can do this for us. Deal. And B plot is Helga is moping and groaning because, like, her family is who they are, but she is still just hoping that she gets her pair of Nancy Spumoni snow boots.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that she cares about, and what she wants to give Arnold for Christmas. And, like, she's thinking, like, what is the best thing that I can possibly give him? And, like, she keeps, like, all of her ideas keep failing. And now on this list of the guys' stuff is a pair of Nancy Spumoni snow boots, and, like, they get everything but the boots. And, like, mild segue, but if any retail employee ever laughs in my face like that, they're getting fucking dick.
I said the same thing while we were, like, me and Lana were watching.
That is, like, one, that is incredibly unprofessional. Like, it's one, unprofessional to do that as an employee, but it's just, like, incredibly, even more fucked up to do that to a child.
Agreed.
And to bring in the other coworkers to do it too.
By the way,
yeah,
Austin, by the way, Austin, what do you think about the fact that, like, the journey to get Mr. Wynn reconnected to his daughter is held up by a consumerist chase for product? There's something insane about that.
It's capitalism.
Yeah. But continue. It is like, when you think about just how the story goes, it's like, fuck, this is a real episode right here. Real special. Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, so like, Arnold comes with, like with bad news, like, hey, like, we got everything on the list, but we couldn't get these shoes. And, like, this fucking dick decides, like, that's the one thing that I like y'all promised everything, y'all didn't give me everything, I'm not doing it.
How dare you? You guys did everything I wanted you to except one thing. It's Christmas Eve. How couldn't you get this? Oh, what the fuck? Ah!
Yeah, like that was just, like, really fucked up of him to, like, really to skimp them on a deal like that.
Yes.
And like, Arnold just has to, like, go home, like, with his tail between his legs, defeated, because he feels like this is the one thing that I wanted, and, like, this is the one thing Mr. Wynn wanted, and I can't do that.
I just want to point out that I didn't see Arnold give him back the money.
Because he spent it on the gifts.
No. He was meant to get Nancy. He had money left over to supposedly get those expensive ass shoes. When he visited the office, he did not give him back the money. We see him in real time go in and go out after, like, he gets disappointed that he doesn't have the boots.
Let's just assume that he gave the money back right when he came in.
And if he didn't,
like, it does start on a jump cut.
Yes.
Like a mid cut where
we're not supposed to think about it. I just like to think, like, no, Arnold just kept the money, didn't say anything.
Yeah, just a little, like, all right, a little fuck you Christmas present, bitch. Like, all right, I did everything you wanted.
Like, then we get to the B plot where Helga is still struggling on, like, what to get her gifts. And, like, she goes home, and, like, Olga's home, like, her parents are celebrating. Miriam is, like, clearly off the fucking eggnog. And, like, that's another thing on it, because, like, the fact that, I implore you to, like, sit down and watch this show is that more of Helga's struggle is that Miriam is 100% a drunk, like, confirmed by Craig Bartlett. But the only reason that they'll say, like, oh, she just needs smoothies is because the senses of the kids. But her mom is very much an alcoholic.
Right.
And, like, Helga deals with a lot of shit. So, like, because they're feeling generous, like, Helga is allowed to open up one of her presents early. So, and it is the pair of Nancy Spumoni snow boots.
She has a moment, man. She has a moment outside of fucking dance montage.
Like,
I mean, she's happy until
like she is like her hot girl shit, like
and then,
over these boots.
Yeah. And then
she
another
just,
moral dilemma.
Yeah, like she was like not another moral dilemma, and like it's the bar that Helga drops when she's like trying to convince the man to like do it. It's just that like, look, man, there's a football-headed kid out there that is trying to make a miracle happen. And if you walk out that door and you go home, that football-headed kid will never believe in miracles again.
I was hoping with that being said, she didn't give up the boots though. She didn't like that man does not deserve it. Like Nancy, but
I will say the minute he reopens his doors on Christmas Eve, though that late, I will say in that moment I thought, all right, this worker, he's the only one working. He has more heart than every congressperson and senator in the history of the world, so fuck it.
And that's
all right.
fine.
Like he got back to work. Fine, he deserves those boots. As long as she had shoes to walk back home. But like, fine, fuck it. If that's what it cost, like, all right. Like, I appreciate that you got back to work, and that's what matters. Like, you got back to work, you did your thing, and you get like, I mean, Austin, I know you're gonna say it, but like, holy shit, like, there's no way you can't cut onions like when you see her walk through that fucking door. Like, there's no way you don't just, like, holy
fuck. Like tears it's just like the look on Wynn's face and like the fact that like if you notice in the background, even fucking Ernie, the hard ass, he's crying too. Like, good fuck, man. Like that episode was just so emotional.
Yes. It's such a punch, but it's a beautiful punch, and it's
like, this is like the better belief. Like, this is the miracle, like the belief in miracles that I have far more than like It's a Wonderful Life. I don't understand the appeal.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can see the yeah.
I didn't watch It's a Wonderful Life. I haven't seen that movie. I've only seen parodies.
It's like give him this one. Give him this one over that one. I feel you.
That is a far more believable miracle of like somebody like sticking their heart out and being kind to one another,
right?
Versus this entire town remember like, oh yeah, that nigga is broke. Let's give him some money.
Yeah. I thought
like, oh, now y'all remember.
What Lana, what did you think of this special here?
Me?
Oh, Lana.
Bored mostly.
Well, did the ending at least, like, did that core plot nothing?
Well, I don't know the characters, so it's
hard for me to
get emotionally invested in people that I don't know.
No, you don't need to. This is the first time I've seen the character. I'm saying, but just his situation where he's looking for his daughter. Did that pull anything from you?
No, not really.
All right, back to and Mark. Any thoughts before we don't have to necessarily wrap it up, but unless we don't have any further thing. I know, Austin, you probably have more to say, but Mark, do you have anything core here?
I thought it was a nice Christmas special.
The beauty of this one is that there's not much that needs to be said. Because like it's very in your face about a lot of it.
Yes.
And like I explained a lot of my opinions on it, like on the way, because like it's just like one of those like where you just kind of like sit down and think about like the ramifications of it, like the modern like we joked about like how this would be handled in the modern day, and it's just like everybody says that like this generation, like the world is too sensitive now, and like there are certain things that we couldn't get away with then that we could get away with now, but like they don't talk about shit like this.
No.
Where like they're not they always like say it in like terms of like shit like the Boondocks or South Park, because those assholes don't really understand what satire is, or let alone grasp any concept of media literacy at all. But like when it comes to shit like Hey Arnold, like this is like literally like talking about a fucking war refugee, like a refugee of war.
Yes.
And like we were talking about like this whole like Paramount takeover, like that this shit would never fucking fly with them.
Not at all. And
this is why like it would never fucking fly, because it doesn't push their agenda.
Nope.
You know.
And the other thing is they don't want to show the visual of anyone but whatever window they want to perceive the audience to see.
Mm-hmm.
And this gives a perception that would change people's minds about things. This is a window into a neighbor. This is a window into another life experience. That's why this is, I think, a
Respect
beautiful
for your
special,
fellow
dude.
man.
Yeah, like that's it, and that's why it's like, like this would be if you're putting together like a Christmas playlist of like Christmas specials. It's like, man, I put this right up there with those. I'd put this right up there with those icons, Rudolph the Red. I mean, obviously, I think this is higher now, but like I put this right up there with those icons, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and shit like that. Like this is being aired with family in the room, and you're gonna fucking watch it. Like that's the energy that I'm getting from this. Like, like it's too good to be ignored. Even though no one's
really many
highlighted
Christmas
it.
specials that I can put up there too. Like,
Yeah,
I don't even think that the Charlie Brown special was that great. Respectfully, like
we did that last year. I thought it was. I think it's still special.
It's good, but it's not great. Like it is staple.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a traditional special, and that's the other thing is I did bring up Rudolph. It is tough to compare when you're talking about traditional specials versus something where, okay, you've had decades since the traditional icons, the Charlie Browns, the Rudolphs, the Frosty the Snowmans. Like now you're talking about, again, we're talking about Rugrats, or we're talking about Hey Arnold, or we're talking about Powerpuff Girls, like all of these like Christmas specials that really kind of reshape the traditional and kind of take a new lens on it. It's like they're going to stand a little more uniquely because they have to, and like, but that still means that I'm gonna put them right up there, if not a little higher, like you said, because they are so much fun, and they're taking this stance that's not just a bare bones, hey, simple story. Oh, we were glum, and then we got presents. Yeah, it's like, no, we're going a little further here.
Like not to self-promote, but it goes back as to why I made the video essay, like the cult one.
Yeah.
That like it was more than just me interviewing a cult. It was about like the ramifications of cultism and what it's actually like. Right. And that just because like you like follow a religious group or like you're very devoted to the church and like your conservative values does not mean that you're not in a fucking cult. Like it's the fact that the Hey Arnold, like Craig Bartlett utilized the concept of Christmas to talk about a different kind of miracle and a different kind of strife. And like the journey to get to that miracle in itself. And like, because that's what miracles are truly all about. It's not about whimsy. It's not about magic. It's not about like one day like success is just randomly going to fall on your lap.
Yep.
It just takes one person to look at someone other than themselves to push that kindness forward. Yes. That's what it takes to make a miracle.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Final thoughts on Hey Arnold. Arnold's Christmas, guys out there. Anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to watch more episodes to see how I feel about it now as an adult. But for right now, I'm still not interested.
We didn't get her, Austin. We really we didn't get her.
Not interested at all.
Yeah, but this was and Mark, I know you had your final thought, right?
Oh yeah, the moment I say something, Austin's gonna say something. So I'm.
No, Mark, say something. Jesus, oh my God. Go. Do you actually have something? Go ahead.
Oh no. I thought this was an okay. I thought this was an okay Christmas special. I thought the whole morals and like everything was nice. Like the fact that they the subject matter was Vietnam was like interesting and surprising. In terms of like the impact, like I thought it was really nice, but like it didn't really impact me that much. But like it is a nice feel good Christmas special. Just like not one of my favorite Christmas specials, and not one of my favorite Hey Arnold episodes. I mostly like the ones that like involve the town mostly. I like those other characters. Yeah. I think my favorite Hey Arnold episode is like the man who wouldn't get off the stoop. I thought that was a fun episode. Stoop man.
It's a classic.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty decent special. Not one of my favorites. When I go back to it, maybe every once in a while, but not like it. It wouldn't be an every year thing for me.
We gotta, Austin. I think we've got to put. There we go. Lucia's kind of moving my camera. We've got to put. We got to put a Nintendo Alarmo inside. We got to stitch it into this episode somehow. That's how Mark would start to really love this episode more. That's.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, why the fuck they buy that? That's like, because all these guys are fucking poor. Why do they spend their like only $100 on a fucking alarmo clock? I'm not poor, but like I just bought one because it was stupid and it was fun. Huh?
What do you say?
No, I said just have Sonic run back and forth the screen every 5 minutes.
Every 5.
And I'll be like, that's fucking annoying.
Jiggle, jiggle.
Why is Sonic like in front of Hey Arnold?
Yeah. By the way,
it would get my attention immediately because Sonic's in there, but it doesn't mean I'll like it. I'll be like, what the fuck is Sonic running back and forth? It's annoying.
By the way, Jimmy Neutron has his iconic lab, but man, I forgot how freaking cool Arnold's room. Holy.
Oh yeah,
everyone wanted Arnold. Everybody wanted Arnold's room. Like,
yes.
A fucking bed. Fucking bed.
The bed, the speakers, the lighting system, oh my god.
The fucking potato alarm clock.
The skylight.
That's
Dude, that's dreamy, right?
But it wasn't in this episode.
Yeah, I think Mark said he's gonna put an install immediately in the next 3 minutes.
That was skylight in the bathroom. I don't like.
There you go. You already got one. All right, that was fun. Hey Arnold, guys. Again, we recommend you check it out on whatever place you can. Obviously, it's available on Paramount Plus. But if you don't want to do Paramount Plus, there are other ways. I'm not going to name them. You can find out.
Bryan's house. Just go to Bryan's house. He has the episode planned.
I will air this every day until Christmas. Go ahead. Come on in. Knock on the door. Come on in. You're getting some Arnold's Christmas right here, like guaranteed.
Oh, I have access to the YouTube channel too. I'm just gonna put your address in the description.
Oh, please do. Again, just tell them. Nothing's being handed out except for a viewing of Arnold's Christmas. Then get the hell out of my house.
And sexual favors from.
Whoa! What are we talking about? Whoa! After the break, we're going to another series. I don't know what the heck Mark's talking about, but I do know that the NogMaximus moves on the other side.
Now that you move like a woofoo, you have to look like a woofoo. Foo Fighters! That's what I call mouthing on. Keep an eye on that one.
What's going on in here? And why didn't you invite me?
Yin Yang Yo. Today at 4:30, 3:30 Central on Jetix. Oh, yeah. 12 days of Christmas, the tunes are bringing me 12 pounds of cookie, 11 bottle of 10 stocking stuffers, 9 toy soldiers, 8 radical reindeer, 7 Santa singing, 6 skaters skating, 5 snowball fights, come on, 4 frosty snowmen, 3 sledding ducks, 2 goofy goose, and the tune premiere of the Santa Claus 2.
This is going to be the best Christmas ever.
The 12 days of Christmas, all this month on Toon Disney.
All right, welcome back to NogMaximus, our final set of 3 here. Yin Yang Yo coming in hot here, seasons beatings. Before we get into the full discussion of the Christmas special, I do want to get a roundtable thought on this. Now, here's the thing. This was, and I'm going to get into it a little bit later, but I do want in a second, but I want to get anyone's thoughts on if they actually saw this series. But it's very niche because this was on a very niche network at a very niche time. So if you didn't see it, I do understand. But I'll tell you why I chose it. I just want to get everyone's thoughts. Mark, I'll start with you. Any thoughts on Yin Yang Yo? Did you see it?
I did used to watch this show as a kid. So I had a phase as a kid, and which I didn't. It was it was with my whole childhood until like I grew up into like an adult where I fucking just didn't like action shows, and like anything that doesn't have comedy in it, I'm not gonna watch. And even if it has comedy in it, if it looks actiony, I'm not gonna watch it. And that's why like I didn't watch a lot of shows back then, like Avatar or Batman or something like that. And I love those shows now that I'm an older kid. But like Jetix was a block that was like, oh, this is the not Mark block. This is not the block not for me because it's all action shows and shit. And I'm like, I don't want to watch anything on Jetix. And then like I saw a preview for this like a comedy looking show finally on Jetix. I was like, fuck, I'm gonna watch the shit out of this. And I did, and it had all the fast-paced stupid jokes I like as a kid, and I enjoyed the show as a kid. I haven't watched it recently as an adult. This is the first time I'm watching an episode as an adult, and we'll get into it. What I think about it when we talk about this episode. But,
I know what that means.
But yeah, I haven't watched this show in a long ass time since I was a dumb kid who likes dumb jokes from like Family Guy and shit. I like those fucking dummy fart jokes. Cutaways to I love that so random is humor. It's like it's funny because it doesn't make any sense. Stupidness.
Just to bounce off that briefly before I go over to Austin on this. I mean, that's why again this is so similar, and it's got that Danny Phantom / Fairly Odd Parent. It's got that Danny Phantom Fairly Odd Parent ism in there that you could easily drop the. And like it, yeah. Moving on, Austin. Did you grow up with this? Do you have any history with this? Tell me what you think, Yin Yang Yo.
Before Disney XD as a kid.
You what?
He was poor.
I couldn't afford Disney XD as a kid.
Oh yeah, understandable. I'll tell you a little bit on my end in a sec. Lana.
Toon Disney, you mean? This was a Toon Disney blog.
This was before that the premium network got rebranded.
Long before Yin Yang Yo came out, you only got Toon Disney like one day out of the week, maybe one day out of the month, because like that channel that would like be like the TV guide. Every Saturday it would turn to just like one random free access channel, and Toon Disney was one of those. Oh. So like. I know that. Yeah, so the few Saturdays that Toon Disney like a month that like Toon Disney was on, that was my only consumption of Toon Disney. So like that was when I got to watch Lord in Space, which is one of my favorites, Lord in Space.
Yeah.
That's when I got to watch Fillmore. That's when I got to watch Teacher's Pet, Timo Supremo, like all of that stuff.
Move Troop.
You see how that wasn't included?
Which one?
I remember like waking up in the early mornings to like Toon Disney and like seeing Garfield and Friends. I was fortunate enough to get the spoiled brat cable package as a kid.
Yeah, before we go into that, Lana, did you have any history of Toon Disney or this at all?
Disney, yeah, not this.
Toon Disney specifically, Disney XD, the premium Disney channel.
Yeah.
Oh, you had the spoiled brat cable package back in the day too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had Disney XD like around the time when Naruto was on there, and I'm like, we don't talk about that.
Holy shit, that was much later. That was like,
yeah.
Holy fuck, you had it. Yeah, you had it when it almost wasn't worth it, but you still had it, and that's all that matters.
Yeah,
believe it. Okay.
When we were still in the era of cartoon dubbing, of anime dubbing, where characters weren't allowed to say "shut up."
Right. Go away.
Just be quiet, Nate Granny Chio. Just be quiet.
Yeah. Let me.
No, I love the way Zim says that from Invader Zim. Be quiet.
Oh my god. All right, I'll get into Yin Yang Yo a bit. I personally had the premium cable package.
I had the spoiled brat package.
I had the premium cable package for about 2 years. We had DirecTV, and that was the time where if you had DirecTV, you'd get all three of the regular channels, East and West Coast. So if you missed a showtime, 3 hours later, you would be able to still watch that new premiere again if you missed it before. And then on top of that, I had the premium cable pack again for 2 years. And in those 2 years, I barely, and I mean barely, watched Toon Disney because I was mostly on Nicktoons Network. But I will say, like, any time that I was switching, usually it was in the afternoons, and it was when JetX was on. When JetX was on, usually Yin Yang Yo was on. Now, again, this didn't hold a lot of water for me, but it was a show that existed. The reason more that I chose this show was because, like, I was curious. This was just a curious take of, like, is this show good at all? Like, because I don't actually mentally remember if it's good or not, but I remember watching it briefly. And so, after doing a little bit of research, and obviously we did this, like, I watched a few episodes before going in. I wanted to make sure that, when we're talking about this series, I have a little bit of history here for you guys. But, like, from a person that, again, grew up in the 2000s, much like all of us, like, this is the poster child for that fast-paced action comedy flash animation that was so prominent in the heart of the 2000s. Like, we're talking about the angular style that defined, again, You're talking Tough Puppy, Wow Wow Wubsy, Total Drama, Foster's, Johnny Test. You know, like this was all over the place. This was really a widespread thing, and with this tone.
Foundational show.
What was that?
He said it's foundational.
Yeah, it's well. This was more This was more copycatish. It was one of many, right? Like Toon Disney jumped on this because it was something that was like other things that could potentially get them in an upward trajectory, and that it did, right? Like, so Yin Yang Yo is weird because like it was made by a team. The writer and the creator both were heavily involved in Fairly Odd Parents and Danny Phantom, and you can feel that, right? You can immediately feel that if you watch any episode, even outside of the Christmas special episode. It leaned into, again, in the 2000s, heavy thing was lean into the Eastern Asian influence, and again, the name is Yin Yang. Like, there's literally, it's one of the most well-known fucking philosophies from Eastern Asia. Yeah, like, it's like, what do we do with this? Fuck it, easy name. KO, we did it, right? And one of the crazy things is, like, it doesn't really do much with it. Like, you have this really cool idea of a brother and sister that are the representation of yin and yang, and they're being trained to learn this form of martial arts. But, and again, the creator says that he was inspired by, like, Samurai Jack and Fooly Cooley and Avatar The Last Airbender, but he really doesn't do much with this. Like, at the end of the day, this is really a very, very, very much soft copy of what they already worked on. Like, it's very much in that same tone. So, you get this really cool concept that's really, really, I think, undervalued in the end by what it is, which is, again, it's this action comedy, high-paced thing, and that's what it was made for. And that's not a problem, but that's what it is. It premiered in 2006. This was when Toon Disney was really trying to find itself. You guys already explained the whole thing of Disney versus Toon Disney, a basic cable package, which had Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. If you were lucky enough, you had the premium level, you'd get the Boomerang, you'd get the Toon Disney, you'd get Nicktoons Network. When this was happening, you had a slow shift, and Mark, probably you remember this era probably, where they were switching themselves out of being the rerun of these Renaissance era spin-off tunes into trying to pull as much relevance, and they were trying to become the cool network. They were trying to copy a bit off of Cartoon Network, and they were trying to do as much as they could to kind of, all right, what do kids like? What do kids really like? Well, we're going to go ahead. I mean, even Nick did that with Invader Zim. They literally said Invader Zim was because they wanted to pull audiences from Cartoon Network.
I remember that channel before, like, they got the Jetix block, and then, like, the Jetix block came, and it's like, this is like getting away of my old cartoons, because, like, because I don't have any cognitive memory of the 90s, because I was born in 1995, and by the time the 2000s...
Whoa, you were born before 2000? I thought that was impossible.
But, like, I was born in 1995, and by the time, like, the 2000s came, I was, like, fucking 5. So, like, I didn't really have much cognitive memory until, like, the 2000s. So, like, all those, like, 90s shows are still new to me. There's still a lot of episodes of shows I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Even though they're being rerun in syndication. So, like, I was enjoying all those, like, old Disney cartoons, like, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin, DuckTales. I grew up on all those Disney afternoon stuff, and then Jetix came in, and it's like,
yeah, like, it was weird because, yeah, like, Toon Disney was a premium, it was the premium cable, like, channel before, like, Boomerang, let me repeat, Toon Disney came out in 1998. Boomerang came out in 2000, Nicktoons 2002. Like, it was ahead of them, but it still needed to find a new way to get people, because it wasn't really getting people. They started putting commercials in the mid-2000s. It was like, they needed to find a way to find new audiences and really pull appeal. And so the next thing was, again, Jetix comes in. And the big thing for Jetix was Yin Yang Yo. Like, literally, this show was the throttle up that boosted Jetix ratings-wise.
They had a big advertisement campaign for this show, too, I remember, when it was coming out.
Yes.
I remember the commercials, they, like, I wish I can find it, but, like, all the Jetix characters, are, like, at a conference table, and Yin Yang Yo are sneaking in. And it's, like, one of those fun commercials that's a live, like, it's, like, hybriding live action with, like, animation, like Roger Rabbit style.
Right.
And I also remember they would play that, like, music video a lot with, the guy who plays Corey from Corey in the House. Because that song is stuck in my head. In the world of chaos and disarray, it's brother and sister who save the day.
By the way, that's, you can feel the Danny Phantom in that intro. Like, this is You can feel it.
So,
you can really feel it. Come on.
So, like, what? Yeah.
So,
Like a weird thing I always found about the show is
Sorry, Austin. What are you about to say?
You want to know something funny about the Danny Phantom intro?
Well, I mean,
you want to know who wrote and performed that?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Frank Sinatra.
DJ D-Rec from Wild 'N Out.
I was gonna say Kendrick Lamar. But
he was the okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the DJ D-Rec got the beat. That nigga. He was the one that wrote that.
Holy.
Did you write the original one?
I don't know who the fuck that is.
You write
the original Danny Phantom?
Yeah.
I wonder. I don't know. Austin, do you know?
Do I know who wrote what?
Did you write the original one too?
Like the pilot one? No. That was a rock song.
Gotcha.
And I like the did you ever listen to the original one? That's catchy too.
Yeah.
On his hometown street, not everyone he'll be.
Yeah. Go back what you were about to say.
Oh yeah, like what I found weird about the show's title is it's Yin Yang Yo. It's about the brother and sister, but like the master.
His name is in the title.
Yeah, his name is in the title, but it's not even about him.
No, like so. Yeah,
it's very part of the adventures.
Yeah, Stephanie.
Because like it's because even the song mentions him as if they're a trio, but it's just a duo.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's Stephanie Morgenstern is Yin, Scott McCord is Yang, and Martin Rocha is Yo. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's very weird the way that the title sequence gives the impression like they're all working together, but in fact, it's mostly just again you're getting the style of like I said, like it's just those two and their misadventures for the most part, and then something happens at the end they have to solve, and that's about it. Yeah, I think the series, again, it doesn't do much with its concept. I want to make sure I'm hitting all the notes here. I think one of the cool things is because again this was
special.
Yeah, one of the cool things is because again this is like in the mid 2000s you're getting all these flash animated high paced action comedy tunes. This feels like a half step to what would be a complete step in Tough Puppy. Tough Puppy I think nails this tone better and actually understands how to bounce off. You have this tone, you have this actual interesting setting that's a lot more defined, and the colors are much better. I think like this is almost like a 50% to the way of getting to Tough Puppy.
Okay, I got a show that's to mention that's like that's kind of similar in like kung fu influence and like comedy. And have you ever heard of a show called Skunk Fu?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, because like I think that's like kind of going for the same thing, but it's all way more memorable. And I think it does better with its animation style too.
I think that came out in 2007. It was like these two are very close, and like they were all. But yeah, it's
Skunk Fu counts as a sick day show.
Yes, it does. Yeah, yes, it does. I don't know how high it gets, but it counts as a sick day show.
Skunk Fu was 2000. Oh wait, no, that's the final episode. Shit. Hold on.
It was 2000. It kept running.
2007. It was May 2007.
Yeah. You know how I know? Because that shit was in my brain after that Kids WB retrospective.
Oh yeah, Yin Yang was first.
Yeah, shit. But it's like these two were coming out around the same time. It's like everyone's going after that fu martial art flash
and
action comedy.
Didn't come out that long either.
Yeah, like no, it didn't. And again, Johnny Test comes out within this same year. It's not, it doesn't do Eastern Asian philosophy stuff, but it's again action comedy, flash animated. Like you're doing all this, and it's all around the bend in similar ways, right?
And in between that, we got like Shaolin Showdown as well. We got a lot of this shit.
You want to know who I found out? You want to know how I found out? You want to know that? Did you know that fucking Johnny Test voice actor is also Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars cartoon?
James Arnold Taylor, right? Yeah, man. That dude is awesome. Have you watched that YouTube the video the panel he does where he talks about all the about all the voices he covers and all that stuff? He did it.
Can you link me to that?
He did it at Star Wars Celebration back in no problem. Back in like 2013. This is like 10 years ago.
I put in the fucking Discord chat.
Yeah, but like this guy is such a phenomenal voice actor. Like it's so cool. So yeah, like I'm gonna pause for a second.
Yeah, this is Taylor Swift.
All right, well, and let's get into the actual season's beatings here. Oh my God, that's not done. I'll just keep that there. Whatever. For some reason, it's still sitting
Not
on
born again.
last year. It's working on last year's picture, which is last year's picture.
Bruh.
Which for some reason it's acting. I didn't finish. Which I did finish. This. Let me. Getting back into obviously seasons beatings is the special we're talking about. Overall, this is again. I'm just gonna lay out the structure of the episode, and then we're gonna talk about it. It's 11 minutes. It's the shortest episode of all of them, of all that we've covered. And I know that there's a certain energy that we all feel about this series, so I'll get this out of the way. All right. Essentially, what happens here through the episode is Yin and Yang are excitedly dreaming of Hawu Chrisfu Naka gifts. Jesus Christ. Try to say that actually quick. They had fun with that clearly when they were recording the voice lines. Again, Yo, meanwhile, is trying to keep the traditional purpose of the holiday front and center. Meanwhile, Zarnot, which is literally a minor character that sometimes this is very Johnny Test-esque, where again, this is an action comedy, so you're going to see these random antagonists that aren't really antagonists. But Zarnot comes in, he takes. All right, so I mean, you guys.
I can tell you, it's been.
What's up?
Oh, it's been exactly 5 minutes and 24 seconds since Bryan said I'll be 90 seconds. I put the. As soon as he said that, I put a stopwatch.
That was 5 minutes?
It's been 5. Since you said that, it's been 5 minutes and 24 seconds.
That is scary. That doesn't feel like 5 minutes. Anyway, I will say, you guys, Austin brought up Zootopia. We have 2 rabbits here, so we should clearly get more appeal than the mindset that we're having about
Who stole the same color scheme from Bob's and Buster Bunny from Tiny Toons Adventures.
The more that we think about it, the less that we will probably like it. But let's keep going. So, okay, again, there's the holiday. Again, you have Zarnot. He's holding Santa hostage, but he's using Santa to then use the power of outraged parents to build a machine to beat our main characters. I will say, Yo's scenario, the sensei, his scenario in this story is basically 3 years into the future from now, where Juneteenth gets increasingly co-opted and somehow gets commercialized. Like, I feel like we're going to be dealing with exactly what Yo is talking about within a.
We're trying to get rid of it when we just got the shit.
Exactly. Suddenly, Leprechaun Pete appears and gives the arsenal that they need, and that's it. This was a good check to see if this was good. I'm just gonna straight up say this was cheeks. As a spec, this is the average Christmas special you were gonna find in 2006. You didn't know if you're watching a bunch of 17 or 18 different shows. It's what are you gonna find? You're gonna find this. This is probably one of the specials you were gonna get, and yeah, it's very middling. It's very much put it on when the kids are already asleep because they're not waking up to this shit. And season's beatings. What did you guys think? Were you more happy about this, especially after Hey Arnold?
No, it was absolutely terrible.
Thank you.
The other ones were just boring, but okay. This one was actively terrible.
Starting this, I was like, holy, I'm so glad it's 10 minutes only. Because most holiday specials are fucking 22, 24 minutes. I was like, oh, Bryan chose a 10-minute one. Okay, this should be easy. It was actually harder to sit through the other ones. It was going by everything was just given to you so fast, just constant jokes, the plot and everything. I was like, what's?
Yes.
I was squinting like an old man, what's going on? What?
Yeah.
What?
I will probably take something like Rhapsody Street Kids because it's so bad that it's good, versus a show or a movie that is just perfectly mid.
Yeah, and this is between those two, where it's actually bad, and it's bad. Now, I will say, there's a part of me that when I wrote my notes for this, when I first watched this, I was like, this is paced. It's not this, but it's paced like a Powerpuff Girls and Fairly Odd Parents episode smashed together at full speed, like two tanker trucks exploding together. Now, the quality is a different question, but the pace is, again, it's like Fairly Odd Parents, Powerpuff Girls shoved together, mushed together at full speed, and I can see why it was popular in that sense, if most of the episodes are like this, which they're not.
I was wondering if it was sped up because I can say where I watched it because it's fucking YouTube. Because whoever Disney who owns the rights to this don't give a fuck about it anymore.
Yep.
So you're not gonna find us on Disney Plus or anything. You're gonna find us on archival sites, and you're just gonna find us, and it's on YouTube because they don't bother. They not gonna bother putting it in the copyright system.
No.
And I was wondering if my video was split up or something, but like no, every upload of this episode was the same speed, and it is like the 10 minutes, which is the amount of like is the the average amount of like a half episode for most of these type of shows.
Yes.
But yeah, I was just getting fucking whiplash with this, and it's like okay, and it's just like aggressively unfunny, and like a lot of jokes I've seen before, of like Santa Claus addiction to cookies, and like there's no real. The joke with that is the ugly is the ugly close up joke, which is like that's not even that funny of a drawing. It's just Santa just looking upset.
All right, it's a little like chuckle funny now, but like I think because we've seen better versions of it, it's not as funny. But there is a little bit of like when he turns around.
Not funny, didn't laugh.
When he looks back around and he's like, "Don't look at me!" Like that is very much like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself.
They could have made it more ugly or more.
They
funny.
easily could have. They easily
not,
could have.
Was,
but, yeah.
I didn't laugh.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't funny to me at all.
Good. I don't want
Lana
to be the
was
majority.
dying, man. She was like she was in hysterics. She was like, ah!
Yeah.
I was like, calm down.
Any final thoughts? That's how quick we're moving through. Any final thoughts on Yin Yang?
I mean, this show was quick. I
couldn't afford Disney XP as a kid.
because he was poor.
Oh my god.
But I think I remember better episodes of this show as a kid.
That's the problem.
I don't like. I actually like again comparing. I can compare this like to Skunk. Skunk Fu is a fair comparison because like it's like it is like half episodes and it is like anthropomorphic characters in a world of anthropomorphic characters, and it's like Eastern like Kung Fu inspired.
Yeah,
so it's like I have better memories of that show, and it's like with this show, I don't really remember any episodes. I just remember moments. Like I think a joke I did like as a kid was like they were like the Roach guy, their main villain. He brought in a bunch of their enemies, and like in the middle of listing all of his enemies, he was like some old guy, and the old guy was like, "Where am I?"
And that's the peak comedy of that.
That's what I remember as a kid. I remember like, that was funny.
Yeah.
Well, now it kidded me. I haven't watched any episode or anything since I was older, but that's a vague memory of what I remember from the show. I think I remember being okay. I don't think it was my favorite show, but I think it was like my favorite thing out of Disney XD because again I didn't like action as a kid, but like my modern taste is probably like the worst thing on Disney X on Jetix.
Even you did it. Wow, even you were like
fuck.
You're like, I don't remember Toon Disney anymore. You're like, I don't even fucking remember.
Well, like no, this is my favorite thing on Jetix as a kid, but like now, like as an adult, it would be my complete opposite. This would probably be the worst thing on Jetix for me right now.
This is while Super Monkey Hyper Team Force fucking word go.
Super Robot Monkey Team Hyper Force
go. Yeah, I want to say it for Tammy. God.
Like,
see, cause I remember because like they'll have you learn the name with that like catchy theme song.
With the theme song,
Super Robot Monkey Team Hyper Force Go. Yes. And they name all the fucking monkeys and guy.
Yeah. Austin, any final thoughts on Yin Yang Yo?
I couldn't afford Disney XD as a kid.
That's a beautiful.
Because he was poor.
That's a beautiful final thought. I think that's Lana, I'm guessing you're gonna say it's awful again.
This was the first time I actually watched an episode, and now I actively don't want to watch the rest of the series.
Take all of
you want to watch the rest of the series? All right, guys, next cartoon chat.
Take all of the energy you currently have in not wanting to watch this and watch Hey Arnold. That's what you should do.
Please.
Just watch more Simpsons.
Revert.
No, watch the new SpongeBob movie in theaters coming next week. Big guy, pants okay.
Yeah. By the way,
I am genuinely asking.
SpongeBob is making me cringe. I'm good on that.
What'd you say, Austin?
No, I'm saying I'm genuinely imploring you to watch more of Hey Arnold because it is very much worth your time.
Yes.
As far as I don't really because with my roommate there are shows that I like to talk about versus shows that I want them to watch, and I take my recommendations on shows seriously. there are a lot of really good episodes of Hey Arnold, and you're missing out.
You can skip the Jungle movie. That's not very good. I wasn't a fan of the Jungle movie.
I don't know if I've seen it fully to the end. Oh, the new one. Oh no, I haven't
Yes,
seen
the
that
new
one.
one.
When you keep saying Jungle movie, I always go back to Wild Thornberrys in the Jungle. That's the movie that I think of when I think about the.
No, they didn't have a crossover. Rugrats did.
Wait. Then what were they?
That's Rugrats Go Wild.
Wasn't that with the Wild Thornberrys?
Yes.
Oh, they were the cross. Yeah, Hey Arnold didn't have a crossover. But that's when you keep saying, like, because my brain goes Jungle movie. That's the Jungle movie in my brain.
I do remember they had like a commercial crossover with the Wild Thornberrys because like I think the Wild Thornberrys movie and the Hey Arnold movie was coming out the same year.
Around the same, yep.
And they had like an ad where like the Hey Arnold characters were just like talking with the Wild Thornberrys characters.
What a time. By the way, for those of you actually still interested in Yin Yang Yo, the series creator actually made a much better series that I will say had a lot of fun watching with my sister when she was younger. Wow Wow Wubsy came out the same year.
Oh, that was good.
And that was actually good. And it's really good. And like, I think he just thankfully put more momentum into Wow Wow Wubsy instead of this as time went on. But like, that's gold. And it
Also,
again,
are you going?
I'm glad the creator's not canceled.
Live action Lion King aside, are you really going to pass up something with Beyonce in it?
Yes.
Wait, Beyonce was in Wow Wow Wubsy?
Yes. I said live action Lion King aside.
Yes, no, of course, yes. Yeah.
I'm glad because like I was thinking about like I think a show that
sing, but she can't act to save her life.
Well, they also every sequence they had her in Lion King, they had her do some melodic thing, and it's like, can we just move the fucking movie along, please?
Are you with me, lions?
I mean, there's a couple of like modern shows that are similar to Yin Yang Yo in terms of like writing and fast paced like
Super
unfunny
news.
jokes. Like one that like I remember now I really don't respect anymore. I can't. But like is Mighty Magisword. That is very similar.
It's dumb. But I still put it at higher range than this, even though it's going for the same.
Well, if you're looking for more Mighty Magisword, the creator of the show got arrested for having child pornography.
Even he did. Jesus Christ!
Oh
what the
God!
Fuck.
Yeah, he got caught for having child pornography.
God damn it, dude! Fuck. God damn it!
And I was gonna say, didn't Ego Raptor voice the main guy in that show?
I don't think it was the main guy.
No, it was one.
I think it was a cameo role.
I just love the voice cast of Mighty Magisword. Like they had great voices.
Yeah, it was a cameo role in Mighty Magisword. It wasn't the main guy.
It was like the first era of like cartoon companies treating YouTube voice actors and animators with some sort of respect.
Yeah, I remember Aaron like had a
have
video of like his voice acting roles, and like it was one of the cameo characters in Mighty Magisword.
Awesome. All right. This Yin Yang Yo segment went on way too long because now we branched off on
Seasons.
It.
I do like that title though. That's the only thing to get out of it.
Like, and I don't blame us.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say?
Repeat yourself, Austin.
Now, so we were like actively avoiding talking about this show as much as possible, and I don't blame any of us.
We were literally branching in every direction. So you like Toon Disney? Yeah, I like Toon Disney. I couldn't afford Toon Disney. You like other stuff? Yeah, I like other stuff. You like this stuff? Yeah, I like this stuff. Oh, we're talking about Yin Yang Yo. Fuck. Yeah. So Yin Yang Yo.
This episode fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That's my final thoughts. Fuck this.
Yeah, Mark, you are right. Season's Beatings is too good a name for this. Like, this is such a great name. Like, that's a name for a great movie. You could actually that's probably what they should have called Red One. Is Season's Beatings, and that probably would have made like $5 more.
Is that the fucking David Harbour Santa Claus movie?
No, that's the Rock. That's the Rock movie. That's the Rock Christmas movie where he had the polar bear that was never in the same scene. It was never in the same camera shot because they didn't have enough budget. They had to pay the Rock a fuck ton of money, and then they had the polar bear, but they could never put him in the same camera shot as the Rock, even if he was standing next to him. So like you have to cut to a CGI polar bear. Cut, CGI polar bear. And, that was how, that was the movie. And it had Chris Evans in it.
Also, I guess it was just, like, the characters of Yin Yang Yo, like, style-wise, they look better on like, the posters and stuff than than the shots they do in animation.
And they do in motion.
Yeah.
There's like a moment in this special where there's a joke that happens, and I do like the expression with the ears. Like there's a little bit of like ear movement that's like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
but, like outside of that, that's about it.
I like the style. The style that the ears just like are not attached to them at all.
Yeah, but beyond that,
I don't like the style at all. It just looks like fucking discount Fairly Odd Parents style.
Well, guess what?
It doesn't. Like I said, it doesn't. I don't think it looks good in animation. It looks like cheap Flash. But like on posters and stuff, I think it looks pretty decent.
I was gonna say, well, guess what? It kind of
does look like a Butch Hartman show.
Yeah, well, it is
like when he went into Flash.
Well, again, creator, writer, a lot of designers. Danny Phantom, Fairly Odd Parents, right? So, boom, right. Now, again, it's not 1-to-1 in terms of its like character design and all that stuff, clearly. But I mean, if you look at those late season Flash animated fucking Fairly Odd Parent shows, just go back and look at them, and you kind of are gonna get a little bit of like, it's not like this
look
exactly.
At that bullshit,
but it's got
especially
that angular
fucking
look.
Bunsen is a beast or whatever the fuck that
shit!
show was.
Shit!
There we go. Yay! Yeah.
Okay, no. Here's the thing about Fairly Odd Parents and why it works. It's like because they know
we went into a deeper.
No, because Fairly Odd Parents is like it's not like it's a cheap animation style.
Yeah.
But like they know like they work with the limitations when it comes to like their jokes and stuff.
Well, they did.
Yeah, it's and a timing, and it's like, and you can't see the show like with better animation because like. They have those iconic sound effects whenever they move, like it's just like it just really works with its animation style, and it's like I remember when they fucking changed it to like Bunsen's the Beast animation, like in the late season. The show just stopped working. Well, it was already unfunny,
Mark, do you
but
remember?
like it just doesn't work.
Mark, you
at all.
remember when they did that short where they brought back Danny Phantom for one fucking clip that's 3 minutes long, and they animated the Fairly Odd Parents in their, I believe, their old style again.
Yeah.
After the fact, and it was like, what are we doing?
Here's the thing. They had Bunsen as a beast in that style too.
Yeah, it was like,
and his colors and everything were different. And he looks better. Like what the fuck?
Wait, what to say?
I was like, wait, why does he look like this?
That's what I was gonna say. To like, even Bunsen looked better in that version than he did in his own fucking show.
It's insane. It was insane. I just didn't understand.
Hey, it's me, Bunsen. I bought cupcakes. Fucking voice is annoying.
Yeah.
They made a whole show of that fucking thing. What the fuck?
Like, and like while we're on the subject, like god damn it, I am so tired of hearing Tom Kenny, Grey DeLisle, and Tara Strong in every other cartoon today. Like,
fair.
Especially like because they're running out of voices because like the one antagonist of Bustin' the Beast is doing the stereotypical, oh, I'm gonna talk like the nerd that talks with his teeth closed like this because like I have a lisp and I spin a lot. Like
it is. I am with you. Like I love them, but like this is where we need a little more of a widespread availability here. Like,
that's
there's
why,
no
like,
reason.
low-key, I didn't feel bad when the like for the Powerpuff Girls 2016 reboot, like the show sucked. But I didn't feel bad that they got new voice actors because I want to hear new voices.
Dude, that was the video that somehow got me boosted.
Of
like defending that
what?
shit was like defending the fact that the voice actors changed and it shouldn't be a problem was what got me boosted. It's like, dude, that's not a problem. Like that shouldn't be insulting. Like,
oh no, what bothered me because it's the same thing with the reboot of the Rugrats is like it fucks with your brain when like you have the main characters, the voice actors changed, but they kept the same voices for everything else. And the Rugrats do the same thing where it's the other way around, where all the main babies, same voice actors. All the adults, different voice actors. And it's like, you don't go halfway, go the full way. It just like messes with somebody who used to watch the old shit.
It just makes more sense than the other.
1000%. All right, I think we spent enough time here on. This is again, we still branched again out from Yin Yang Yo. Again, Tough Puppy is I think the finished product of what they were trying to get done here. All right, Cartoon Chat, ladies and gentlemen. NogMaximus, it's over. It's over. This has been 2025 holiday special. Almost said Christmas.
We're not fucking Yin Yang Yo. What the fuck?
Of course.
You should have started with Yin Yang Yo and have like I don't know Simpsons last or some shit.
No.
Hell no. You should have put Hey Arnold last.
Simpsons last.
No. You get the good shit. Good shit. And then boom. We had a good.
You have to make it a sandwich.
No, we had a good conversation at the end. We got it. We walked.
The Simpsons was so boring.
It was
fuck you.
Whoa. What the fuck?
Not the show, the episode.
No.
Fuck you.
Hey Arnold was better than both of them by far.
But you still said you were bored. So where does that get us?
I wasn't as bored.
There's a gradient of bored, and you were still bored. Get out of here.
Look, boredom comes in waves. It's not just a one-all beat-all.
Do you like anything? God damn it!
I like a lot of things.
All right, wait, Mark.
Not as recently. It seems like everything was a miss for you.
We literally,
we gotta put Hey Arnold in audiobook format for it to enjoy it.
Bingo. No, literally, Lana.
There you go. Yeah. See, Austin, though, he get it.
Yes, Lana. We literally need you to just recommend a cartoon for Cartoon Chat, and that's it. Like every episode that you've sat on is when you're a guest, not recommend. We need to find something that you recommend to us that you love that we can talk about, and that's where we'll get somewhere.
I'll recommend some stuff.
All right, good. We just bingo. That's our straight shot. Then we got to
try to shoot for something obscure.
No, shoot for something that you feel comfortable with. That's all we need.
Obscure thing you feel comfortable with.
No, that you feel comfortable with.
That's obscure.
If it happens to be obscure, it's not on purpose.
Fair. All right.
It's gonna be obscure.
Guys, of course, you can find Cartoon Chat at your favorite podcast service. Find it at YouTube. Find it at Athemocracy, my channel, ATHEMOCRACY, and of course, Screen Blast Society as well. And again, that's favorite podcast services. Of course, you can find Austin. They can find you at AJET. Is that right? AJETT. Is that correct?
And I just dropped a song today before we started.
Booyah. All right. Lana, they can of course find you at k9biscuits.com.
Yeah. Fuck. Wait. What are you
and of course they
doing?
Get
out of there!
Mark,
what are you doing there?
And Mark, they can find you where? Where can they find you?
At k9biscuits.com. That's k9biscuits.com.
/Lana. And of course, you can find me at...
What's he doing over there? What are you doing over there? Get out of there!
You can find me at Athemocracy, guys. And of course, Screen Blast Society on YouTube. Appreciate you for watching. Merry holidays and Christmas.
Season's beatings!
Bingo. All right, guys. Get him out of here.
Well, good night, everybody.